Thanks for giving the opportunity to
Appreciate you so much for everything you've done, everything you've done. Appreciate it. Because they don't know, this is a tough business that they're in, you know what I'm saying? Iron sharper iron, you understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Dedication, hard work. Dedication, hard work. Without commitment, you'll never start. But more importantly, without consistency, you'll never finish. It's not easy, so keep working, keep striving, never give up, fall down 7 times, get up 8. Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship. Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship. So keep moving, keep growing, keep learning. See you at work.
While they sleep, we work. While they sleep, we work.
You speak as though I have conquered death. I live death every day. I am surrounded by it, smothered by it. Look at you now. He would have everlasting life. You seek to defy death, yet you cannot even defy sleep. And our like sleep is to death. It is a painted death.
Nosfero. Does this word not sound like the death bird culling the living dead at dawn? It is the name both ghouls and demons dare not say, for they know it means death for the undead.
Hard work, dedication, hard work, dedication.
What is up, everybody? How are you doing? It is great to see you. I was sitting here for a couple of minutes. I was trying to put together some artwork, get some inspiration. I know I said to myself, I was sitting here and I went, I think people need something positive right now. I think people need to be enthusiastic. And I think people need to, as I heard once wisely said, check that fleshy patch beneath one's legs and make sure your balls are still there and make sure you're ready to fucking fight and paint and get something done, guys. Because that's why we're here. Be alike in victory and defeat in your principles and your work ethic. We are here to work hard and be inspired. You understand? And I will tell you this is one big thing. And hail General Piggy, a member of the channel, and the same thing to Stephen Rockwood. I'm going to say hello to all of you Mamma Jammas tonight because I want to tell you something. And this is really, really important to me. There's only one healthy time you can be living in psychologically. If you live in the past, you're going to be depressed. If you live in the future, you're going to be anxious. But if you are in the present right now, right here and now, you're doing shit. You're painting, or you're listening, or you're having a good time. And I'll tell you something right now. As long as there is breath in our fucking lungs, we are alive and we should be celebrating this life and continuing to work. What happens outside of us does not change our fucking principles. It never does. And if you are a person who feels down right now, I want you to get inspired and realize that you have individual integrity inside of yourself. So let's celebrate creativity. Let's celebrate making books. And the hard work does not stop. It never stops. And I'm here to work hard, be imaginative. And by the way, people always ask me, are you positive? Are you positive about things? Like, you seem very positive. You seem very upbeat. My positive energy, my sense and my enthusiasm for things is fucking mighty. Never forget that. It's not weak. I'm not nice. I'm positive. I have seen so much shit in my time. And I always tell people this. Anybody who would do that shit right there to a kid's arm and not break that fucking kid's spirit is not going to be able to defeat them in any situation. So let's get our shit together. Let's talk art. Let's talk comics. Let's talk paint. And let us talk inspiration. All right? Done. So I hope everybody is ready to live and have a great night. And let me say hello to all you crazy bastards here who I love. Let's get some positivity out there. Isn't that what we're doing? Isn't that what we're paying for? Jeremy Burtz, I say hail to you, my friend. God Blade, I say hail to you. I hope you are doing well. Let's see. I've got my brother Phil here. Yes, indeed, Phil. Yes, indeed. Let's be positive and enthusiastic. It's great to see you here. Voyager 47, I see you. It's great to see you, my friend. Mr. Monkey Boy 1969, hail to you, my friend. Positive vibes as always. Let's see who else we've got here. Stephen Rockwood Drawing, I bow to you. Great piece. I loved your time lapse, and it's great to see you putting in that hard work and dedication, my friend. My artist brother. Let's see who else we've got here. We've got Paulus Arts. Indeed, testicular. Why isn't that in the trailer? I don't understand. Or is it in the trailer? I never know what I have in there. Timmy Mello, hail chat. What a night. Indeed. It's a great night to have you here, Timmy. That's the only thing I'm thinking about. Jordan Horse, it's great to see you, my friend. Remember this. Stay positive. Stay in that zone and keep working hard. That's what we're here to do, man. That is what we're here to do. That is what the game is, guys. the purpose of, how do I word this? I think it was Winston Churchill who said, and I'm going to probably butcher this, success consists of going from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm. But remember, the end goal is success. The end goal is to refine what you're doing and be a more perfect instrument for your goals and for your objectives. And I have a lot of goals I want to accomplish. And one of them is to entertain you guys and leave you guys in a positive state. And if I can do a little bit of that tonight, if I can just help you do a little bit of that and go, holy shit, I've suddenly realized there's a big world out there. And I'm still me. And I'm still breathing. And I'm still capable of enjoying this fucking experience of being alive and this wonderful place that we've created to make artwork. That is what we've always been about, man. That is what it's about. Let's see who else. I want to make sure I get everybody here. Yeah, just read Inglorious Rex abs, or just read Inglorious Rex. I got to get hooked on phonics, people. Seriously, that or euthanized. I'm not exactly sure which one needs to happen. Freedom of art, indeed, Apex Comics. What is up? Liberty, indeed, General Piggy. Agreed. Maromi, it is great to see you. I tip my cap to you, my friend. Always great to see you in the chat. I have balls, indeed. Yeah, I've got some in a jar right over there. Let's see. And there actually, you know what's so funny is there's a dessert, an Indian dessert some of you guys may have had called gulab jamun. And it's sweet Indian balls. And I can't tell you how many great jokes I have about that. Let's see. Jeremy Burtz, of course, my brother is here. Mighty Geek Studios, it is great to see you, my friend. Holy cow, the chat's blowing up indeed. Joe, what is up, my friend? It's great to see you. God bless you, my friend. God bless you, Joe Mello. That is how we do it. Let's sleep. Yeah, let's. No, we can't sleep. We got to work. We got to work. Streamer like that was sweet art today. Yeah, it was, man. See what I'm talking about? Oh, it is in the trailer. See, look, I do my job sometimes. I keep forgetting to succeed and to be enthusiastic. Listen, guys, we have to be. And Eric Huffles, it is great to see you, my friend. I bow to you, my fellow artist brothers, like so many of you guys in the chat. Phil is here. Just got to make sure I get everybody. Bretsky the Great, it is great to see you guys. This is the thing, guys. Think about this stuff. Think about this stuff. Whatever we're going through now, we always have to say to ourselves, and I mean this, like, let's talk about this. Let's bring this back down to Comicsgate. Let's bring this stuff back down. We've got so many creators who we are doing great things for. And when I hear someone like Shane Davis on stream, and Shane is talking about, you know, I'm under the weather, I got to go see the doctor, I'm not sure how I'm doing, I get so freaking, like, proud of us for seeing this amazing creative talent, lifting him up and taking some of the stress off of all of the things all of us, including myself, deal with in our day-to-day by backing Inglorious Rex 2, by backing Inglorious Rex 1 and Starlight Cats and making it a smash hit. And that's something I'm grateful for tonight. And by the way, Shane, we wish you well and hope that everything goes well at the doctor. Yeah, and thank you, you know, for inspiring me with Inglorious Rex. Keep us posted, brother. But we're wishing for a speedy recovery for you, my friend. Zaid Studios, my man, I'm so excited for your campaign. It is great to see you, my friend. Sumo Thori, I bow to you. It's great to see you too, my friend. Let's see what else. Okay, just making sure I've got everybody here because I want you guys to, I want you guys to know I'm actually paying attention to the stream. So one of the things I'm working on with Nosfero here is, of course, painting beautiful female figures. But I have to tell you guys, since I've been working on this book, and it's been a life-changing experience working on this book, I think it always is. You know, I think it always is in CG. But the thing that's really been getting me lately about it, and is really kind of something that you really can't plan ahead for, but when it happens, it puts you in a great, you know, it puts you in a place that you're truly grateful to be in, which is this, you know, Frazetta / Bernie Wrightson / Alphonse Mucha, all these things I love, vibe that I've been going for in terms of the storytelling is really starting to take on a life of its own. Like, I can now see it. I've now got, you know, about 25 pages of artwork that I'm looking at, and I can see it happening, and it's self-generating, man. And I love it. Yeah, guys, check this. Whoa. Check out this, the snake, and look at these scales. Now, here's the thing you're going to see when I'm working on this, and this is a big thing. Hey, what's up, Vero? Good to see you, my friend. If I miss anybody in the chat, this is sort of like at being at a rock concert. If somebody around you falls down at the concert, pick them back up because we're having fun tonight. That's what we're going to do. But this is the thing. Great to see you, Vero. I just want to make sure. So if I miss somebody in the chat, you tell me, man. You tell me I've missed somebody and say, hey, say hello. Because I want people to have this. I want people to enjoy themselves. But as I was working on this, Ethan said something that I think was totally true and also funny because, you know, we both do crazy detail on our stuff. But this is the thing. I think he does more than me by a lot. But when I do something like this where I'm painting these scales, let me show you guys the full insanity of how these scales are when they're framing in this panel. What's up, McShort? It is great to see you, my friend. Hello to you. Let's see here. I heard you say today that you hadn't painted the clothes on them yet. Please tell me you're not going to do that. Look, guys, I promise I will have a scan of this without the clothes soon. I promise. And what's up, Eric Grant? It is great to see you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Let's see. Who else did I miss? I got McShort. It's great to see you. Hello to you. So this is the thing. Yeah, it's, you know, actually, I think it's just spit up that booty, even though snakes or don't have a gag reflex. But, you know, let's not go down that road. But here's the crazy thing about painting all these scales. It's actually worse than you know, just doing the detail, because once I get these scales painted in, what I will do is I will do a more painterly wash above them. And so you're going to lose a lot of that detail. But what it's going to give you is it's going to give you some serious bones under this. 40% Zed, what's up? Hey, a snake. So anyway, you guys, I love you guys. And it's great to see Eric Grant again. I love you guys. You're good people. You're sound folk. But this is the thing. I think sometimes you guys take everything and try to frame everything as being completely sexual, which is a little ridiculous. So hold on a second while I whip this thing out and start painting. So when you're looking at this stuff and you see the stuff I'm doing, you guys probably know very well. Whoops, just knocked my water bottle down. Hang on a second. When I'm doing this kind of stuff, one of the things that is always going to be a factor of it is I'm going to wash color over it. So you are going to lose some of that you know, that detail that you're seeing there. But I'm going to tell you this. These scales are something that it may seem like crazy detail, but let me just zoom out a little bit here so you guys can see this better. Hang on a sec. I feel like I'm a little too close. You can see my coffee drink at least too. Hopefully, can you guys see that okay? Let me know. No. Piss bottle. That would be an awesome nickname because I am full of piss and vinegar. But no, I didn't kick over my piss bottle. It was my bottle of vodka. We're thirsty indeed. Are those scales a Photoshop brush? Yeah, they are. I wish. Bring back the eraser swimsuit. You know what I was looking at? Yeah, I know. Let me hold on a second while I whip this thing out. You know, but it's this is the thing about it, man. I really do. One of the things I play at the start of all of my streams, for those of you guys who were here at the start, is that Denzel Washington clip where he says ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship. And I really do believe that. And I do think that progress is the thing that I'm after. True, you know, real progress. And as I look at this thing, man, this is the thing. The detail here in the snake, interestingly enough, is actually a what's the word I'm looking for? It's a juxtaposition of detail versus open space right there that's going to allow me to make this stand out more. So it's weird to think about putting your detail where you don't want people to focus, but it's a trick that I've found can really get people to feel that energy in the artwork. And it's great to see you, Got Blade. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Yeah, struggle gives meaning. Yes, it does. It absolutely does, guys. And it's what do you call it? It's one of those things that, you know, for me, when I'm working on these characters and I'm trying to create that world, like the top panel, which I don't think I've shown a lot of, where essentially you have got the snake coming up the stairs with Laurel inside. So I was looking at, I looked at a lot of pictures today of boa constrictors swallowing, or pythons swallowing deer. And now I'm locking my doors. Vero, it's great to see you. How much would you lose when scanned? Lose? What do you mean? I'm confused. Lose detail? Or I don't lose anything. I scan these things like a mofo. Good to see you, Skunk Artwork. It's great to see you. Amen, says Got Blade. Hail, guys. What's up, Geek Hazu? How are you doing? Yeah, everybody's saying hello. A well-fed snake. Let me tell you something. Yeah, this snake eats. No, you know what? I don't want to say that. I don't want to finish that sentence. Hail, Sumo Thori again. Yeah, man. Yeah, this snake is... I mean, amazing. It is a giant snake, you know, giant bulbous snake. And I think that's important to remember, folks. I think that's very important to remember. So here's the thing that was crazy. I was watching, actually, I was looking at pictures, and I did not want to particularly watch pythons and boa constrictors eating snakes. And the thing about it that was kind of interesting, and I know some of you guys may be pet owners and own snakes and things like that. The thing that was interesting to me, which I kind of figured was the case, was those scale patterns that we paint or that we draw or that we see on snakes. Not everybody's painting, I'm sure, this stuff. But that stuff that we see when the snake has got something inside of it and it's like all swollen, basically those scales, pull apart and you can see skin between them. And I think that's going to be a real tricky thing for me to paint up there. And I would say that on Nosfero, which is really, it's coming out so good, like in terms of beyond my expectations. I really have to say, every single one of you who has backed this book, and I know it's most of you guys, let me first start off by saying thank you, because I'm getting to do the work of my life. I mean, this project is really being something special, but I'm also having breakthroughs that I never would have had. And when had I continued to move in the direction my life was going in before CG, before Indiegogo, before any of this stuff, I should say that, because Indiegogo is a little sus right now. Let's talk about this. Before I met you guys, and one of the coolest things in the world is, wherever your life takes you, there's people you're going to meet, people who are passionate and excited about this stuff, and your work, and that you talk about, and no matter where you go in life, that these people are going to be there with you. And they believe, they're passionate about the art. They're passionate about all of this stuff. And far too often, we can sort of, think about things in terms of just the institution itself and not think about, the friendships that we make and the kindred spirits that we find. And I don't know how to describe it, man, but I was thinking about this about a year or so ago. I was looking around in my life and in my work, and I felt, and it's a weird thing because it's going somewhere positive, but I felt very alone. I had this idea of these people that I wanted to meet, people that would give a shit about all of these things I care about. Comics. I hadn't seen them since I was a kid in the comic shop. And I took a leap of faith to try to find them, and I found you guys. And think about that for just a minute, man. It's like, I didn't know that. It was a leap of faith that brought me here. And I freaking love that, man. I love that. And I'm so grateful to it. We got some new people in the chat. We got my brother, 80s Made Consumer. It's great to see you. We have Awesome One. It's great to see you, Awesome One. Well named indeed. Let's see who else I've missed. Let me know if I missed somebody. Devil Flyer, I hope I've said hi to you. It's great to see you, Devil Flyer. Got Blade, just making sure I have everybody. Shant, I might have done a Dogman clone comic view. That's right. That's right. I might have. You never know. It could have happened. Stop telling us about your fetishes, Phil. Samesies here. Exactly, guys. Like, I mean, this is the thing. And it all started kind of funny. Did me ending up in CG and did me being here, was it driven by something great happening? Or was it driven by something, and the Fandom Menace, which is how I kind of got into this whole thing as I started, in the Fandom Menace, or was it the destruction of Star Wars, one of the most beloved things in my life? Is that what made my progress in my life happen? Was it something positive, or was it adversity, frustration, or something negative? And I think you guys all know the answer. That's the thing that gives me hope whenever I feel challenged or frustrated or things don't go in the direction I want them to. They say that experience is what you get when you don't get what you were trying for or hoping for. And I have a lot of experience. And that's one of those things that I'll always tell people, that I always look at any opportunity where things don't go the way I was hoping for them to go. I say, I'm either winning, or that's what they say on Yellowstone, actually. You're either winning or you're learning. And so what I try to do is I try to make sure that I'm learning all the time. I have goals, and those goals don't change regardless of how things go. And regardless of if things go the way I wanted to. And that's so important. Jay Ryan is here. What is up? The Art and Times of Jay Ryan. It is great to see you, my friend. It was pancakes late night at the Waffle House. Oh, dude, you got to do it, man. You got to get those pancakes, man. You got to. Yeah, the blood has to flow a bit, guys. When we hit obstacles, when we hit walls, there's so many different ways to approach it. And I don't begrudge anybody. Yeah. D-Wag calls me smart. Hail D-Wag. I love D-Wag, man. D-Wag is one of those people. Let's talk about people who are positive, man. And a lot of you guys know this. A lot of you guys were here and you were telling me, I remember when somebody said, gosh, I think we were at like maybe 200 backers or 230 something backers. And Stephen Rockwood has always been supportive and had my back. But somebody, I was on a CG team, and I think it was Eric Weathers or somebody said, yeah, we got to get you to like, 500 or backers. It might have even been like 300 backers. And I was like, oh, so sweet. You're insane. That's never going to happen. And here we are at, I think, like 515 backers. And it's incredible to me, man. It's incredible. And here's the other thing. Regardless of how that goes, in terms of how that went, I started with a simple premise, which is I knew there was a lot of stuff that was, what's the word I'm looking for? I knew that there was a lot of stuff that I wanted to work on. I wanted to be a better artist. I wanted to, be a more principled person in terms of certain things that were important to me. And that I realized that a lot of stuff having to do with using my abilities in a way that I felt was positive, to people. And it's kind of, it's a real amazing thing because we take these steps and we have these hopes of, what am I going to do when I'm in a tough situation? And the more times we're in tough situations, our backs against the wall, the more we get experience and we can take those leaps of faith. But this has been nothing short of an eye-opening experience for me. I started reading more Stoic philosophy. I started reading all of these things that have inspired me. I read about a Greek slave named Epictetus, who one of the famous stories, it's like chopping down the cherry tree story for him, was that when he was a slave, he was a Greek slave, his slave master was disciplining him and put his leg in something, device, in order to break it. And, basically try to threaten Epictetus, put him against the wall. And as he started to, before he started turning the device, Epictetus said to his owner, he said, if you do that, you will break my leg. And then when the owner did it and broke his leg, Epictetus said, you see, it is how I said. That is the stuff that I think about in terms of inspiration and hard work and discipline. And he went on to be a philosopher that was the leading influence on Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor. So one of the great philosopher emperors of Rome. And so to be able to have that beginning and to move, you've either got to be made of strong shit or you've got to be made of strong shit. So I always look to people who have overcome and done so many things, and the people who've come before me who have overcome and done so many things. And that's what it boils down to, making beauty against all odds. Yes, epic titties. You know how I feel about that. What's up, Dan Plagle? Good to see you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Another great artist in the house. It's good to see you. Man, I need a slap of caffeine fast. Hey, listen, guys. Caffeine is there. You can still go out and get caffeine whenever you need to order it. What's up, Gigavux? It's great to see you. I'm lurking and listening. Hail to you, my friend. Lurk away. Yeah, Thomas Covenant Chronicles is pretty inspiring. Yeah, guys, let's do this too, because I think this is sort of important. Awesome One says, I was inspired by Ichigo, never give up. Yes, absolutely. Let me say this, and this is an important thing. We share a lot of books. We share a lot of inspiration. I know my brother Gabe is currently reading Atlas Shrugged. And last night I was trying to get to sleep. I like to watch long streams when I'm trying to get to sleep, either audiobooks or something else, audiobooks or a long chat stream or a funny, commentary stream. And I fell asleep listening to Razor Fist playing BioShock playthrough. I think it's from 2 years ago, maybe. And he was talking about how, BioShock was influenced by, Ayn Rand, but it was like basically a negative, he said it was like if Ayn Rand was interpreted by MIT grads, which I guess they were. And but I was thinking about how my friend Gabe told me, who you guys know, my brother Gabe, Double Impact Man, was telling me he just started reading that book. And it's one of those books that really inspired me and led me here. And it's just this incredible thing to be able to talk about the stuff you're passionate about. I told my wife this recently, that one of the things that really got me, actually was a really big moment for me that got me thinking about, yes, and back Truth, Justice, American Way. One of the big things, and thank you guys for dropping links. Do you see that? We're still kicking. We're still working. We're still getting things done, man. But this was a thing that really got me. I was listening to Jordan Peterson. He was a really big inspiration on me. 12 Rules for Life. I had not learned or put together, because I don't think I knew, that Ethan had illustrated the inside of the book. So you want to talk about that feeling of being helped by hidden hands, man. It's some crazy stuff. And I was sitting there and I was like going, all right, in my car, I was driving up to work. It's a 90-mile commute. And it said that there was a nail in my tire. Tire pressure went bad. And so I took it there, and I was listening to Jordan Peterson, because I would listen to this lecture he gave. I forget where. It was somewhere in England. But he gave a lecture to college, and it was basically him kind of giving you the overview of 12 Rules for Life. And the guys at the shop, auto shop, I take my stuff to, great people, really nice people. They took the car back, and one of the guys came out, took the car back, and repaired the tire and drove it around. And I listened to Jordan Peterson on my way up to work, but there was no way in hell I could have a conversation with anybody about Jordan Peterson where I worked. And I kind of was feeling like that's kind of depressing, And the guy who brought my car around, this young guy, or he looked younger than me, probably was in his mid-20s, brought the car around to me, got out of the car, looked me dead in the eye, and he said, "Jordan Peterson, huh?" And I went, "Yeah." And he went, thumbs up, right on. And I remember thinking, I have got to get out of my job. I've got to get around people who are interested in this stuff. Because you see, once you meet people, once you know something exists, you can never forget it. And you can never truly feel alone again. And I always think that if you can forget the good things you've seen when you are in the, I should say, in the grips of focusing on the negative things, if it makes you forget the good things you've seen and you've experienced, then, evil's won at that point. You know what I mean? All of the worst parts of us, the hopeless feelings and all that stuff, that's the shit that's won at that point. And here's how I refer to it. Whenever I feel negative, or I feel, and I don't want to say if I think something bad, it's la, 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 it doesn't exist. People, no, that's not what I'm made of. I'm not positive because I don't look into the abyss, but when the abyss looks into me, it sees me looking back. Never fucking forget that. But this is the thing. This is the thing I think about the most whenever I'm feeling negative. I refer to giving into the negative things as indulging. It's a great expression. Indulging in negativity. I did it for a while. And guess what? I wasn't productive. I wasn't useful. I wasn't good to anybody else around me. Now, that doesn't mean you're not allowed to feel down, but it means when you feel down, it's not the state you're going to build a house in and live in, because it's a really indulgent place to live. And that's what separates us. Speaking of positive, amazing people and someone who was a real shot in the arm, let's talk about the dying days of YouTube. Thank you so much, brother, for the Hogan the Bogan Nosfero video you did. It was freaking awesome, and it's still one of my favorite things. Holy cow, Eric Grant is a new member? Oh my gosh, I bow to you, Eric Grant, and I've got to, of course, I've got to welcome you with our salutations video. And this lady is for you, my friend. Charge! So I'd like to say to Eric Grant, well, wait, hold on a second. What is it? All right, fine. Okay. Charge! She's got her eye on you, Eric. That's all I'm saying. So do with that what you will. It is great to see you, my friend. Cranberry Langers, it is great to see you, my friend. I hope you are doing well. Guys, absolutely right, man. Let's do this thing. Let us do this thing. Come on. And yes, another member here, General Piggy. I tip my cap to you as always, my friend. And Stephen Rockwood Drawing, who is the first member. And all of you guys will have, once I get a chance to update it, let me just say this, Eric Grant, your name will be in the stream. I always do update the credits to put all of the members of the channel in there, and it's very important. Ciao, Shanth. Happy Election Day. All right, take care of Cranberry Langers. I will see you soon, my friend, and have a good evening. Have a good evening. Yeah, love that leg lift. I know you guys do. Gigas, all smiles. Well, thank you, lads. That's how it goes. Listen, I can't control the girls. That's what they are. I do that in Dreams of Dying. I stare back at it. Yeah, my son told me something I will forever love, man. He said to me one time, he goes, Dad, I have all those nightmares where I die a lot. And I said, I used to have those when I was a kid, son. They suck. And he goes, yeah. And he said something that I did that made me realize my boy's a bit of a gangster. I like it. I like where his head's at. He goes, so I've gotten to the point when I realize I'm in those dreams, I just run to where I get murdered and say, let's get this shit over with. And I love that, man. That's the attitude. My attitude is if somebody is punching you in the face to the point to where you're all bloodied and you can barely see, my reaction is this. Look them dead in the eye with whichever eye is still open and you say, you're going to break your hand. Yeah. Don't give them the satisfaction, guys. Do not give people the satisfaction and keep working. Never let anything stop you from working. And we know this too, which is there are going to be times where we get knocked down. You know, it's, I remember when Malin was in the hospital and some sick individuals were taking bets. I'm not going to say who. We're not here to name names. But the thing that was so cool about it was that everybody's like, oh, how you doing? Are you feeling better? Da, 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 da. And we're all like, but Malin's just like, I'm going to get back after it, man. And he came back stronger, and we got Godlike. We got all of these amazing projects. We got a more graveyard shift. And the craziest thing about it is, much to my elation and excitement, Malin asked me if I would do a double page spread for the Visions piece. And that piece I did for Visions, that's going to be in the Godlike Visions book, or the book that's coming out with Godlike. It's just people doing their own characters. Is going to be, it's one of the best pieces I've done, and it's responsible for all of the quality in the stuff I'm doing right now. It was a big breakthrough piece for me because I knew it was for the coach, and I said, got to get it done, man. Got to make it work. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's really about, man. Thanks, Shelf. I just finished a new trailer. I can DM you a link if you want to scoop a sneak peek. Is that even a question? Dying Days of YouTube? You send that to me. I'll be checking that out as soon as possible. Yeah, you got to love the leg lift. That's why people send super chats. What's up, Bordeaux? Good to see you, my friend. Absolutely. Let's see here. Have those dying streams reveal a lot about a person when they occur frequently. Yeah, absolutely right, man. They do. They totally do. Shelf gets knocked down, but he gets up again. They're never going to keep me down. That's right. I mix a whiskey drink. I mix a lager drink. Maybe I've had too many whiskey drinks, or it's just 2 a.m. But no, while they sleep, we work. You're absolutely right. Malin went in the hospital and never drew graveyard shift interiors again. That is something some have speculated. And remember this too. Remember this. During the Great Depression, Walt Disney launched the Disney Empire. The reason why that was the case, and let's never forget this, we want to point away to the light, but we also want to be the light a bit. And what we're doing in pop culture is important, and it's special because it is needed by a lot of people. It is needed by a lot of people who want these optimistic and passionate stories. And in order for us to make them, we have to kind of have that mindset, which is to say we have to be all about the skill. Because it's not always about just how we're feeling. That's a part of it. Because you got to have some kind of energy in you to get work done. But it's also about our skill set. And we'll slip and we won't do our best work if we're not keeping our mind in the right places. And it's not about not acknowledging defeat. It's not about not acknowledging when things don't go well. But be grateful that when things don't go well, you can feel it. And you can say, this is not what I want things to be, because it means you're still holding on to the things that you believe and how you want it to be. And there's a lot more time in my life when things have not gone the way I wanted them to go, then there have been times when it was been easy. But I've never, those things you go through teach you so fucking much, so much about who you are and where your strength is at. And it's hard to know them at the time, but I always look back at some of the shit I've been through and I say, I'm not those experiences. I'm the person who survived those experiences and never quit, never gave up. And I'm glad I didn't, or I wouldn't be here with you guys doing this shit. And that's what I love. Oh, you're in that Visions book. Well, you better be, Dan. I'm looking forward to it, man. Being a professional is showing up, summoning talent. That's exactly right. That's right. Graveyard Shift, Omega Storm by John Malin. That's right. Gabe saying, Red Wave, Red Wave. Hail, Gabe. What's up, Gabe? Timmy Mello. I can't even see that. I got to zoom in, man. My glasses aren't that good. Oh, that's right. Red Wave. There you go. But at least we have Commando. That's the Gabe I know, man. At least we have Commando to look forward to tomorrow. You're darn right, guys. We are watching Commando, and in honor of that, I'm not positive, but I think Jericho is going to be going Commando. He hasn't promised that, but let's pretend that's the case. That's right. Gratitude is a shield against adversity. You're absolutely right, man. Absolutely right, man. And hail, Eric Huffles. It's great to see you. Paulus, absolutely Commando. Guys, this is the thing. I have not watched Commando in ages, and I have my Commando viewing ahead of me. It does have some of the greatest one-liners of all time in it, man. It is such a glorious, glorious collection of one-liners. And it is like, it's just one of those things to where the special effect of that movie, the reason that movie worked, it's sort of like, dare I say, the TV show The Witcher. It only worked because the star was in peak condition. And I actually think that that's a pretty, and losing him is going to be catastrophic, by the way. But this is the thing about it, is that one of the things that got me, and I know Gabe is Gabe Bliff, so he'll know what I mean. When people were asking Henry Cavill about his physique, and he was not a normally jacked guy. You can see old interviews with him. He's a tall, scrawny dude. He said, I miss the old days in Hollywood when actors took seriously the work of being in peak condition for their roles. Like he said, that is a part of the job to get your shit together. And he actually talked about 80s action stars. And I thought, man, I like where his head's at, man. That dude works. That dude works so freaking hard. What is up, Green Laser? People coming in and I'm missing them. Hold on a second here. I got to get my shit together. That's right. Stick around. Indeed. What's up, Green Laser? It's great to see you. And thank you for putting Truth, Justice, American Way in the chat. That's my brother Gabe, people. That is my brother Gabe. Talking and drawing with my man. I'm not going to read that. I heard that Godlike is the next big thing in comics. In the meantime, back Graveyard Shift, Omega Storm, written by a young, some would say he was a child groom when he got married, John Malin. That's right. Time to let out some steam, as Alyssa Milano would say, but also in the video team steam, but also in Commando. Arnold Schwarzenegger would say it. You guys should do the film Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man. So good. I will tell you this. One of the things, we've got our plans, I think, for the next couple shows, but you never know. One of the things that Gabe and I and Jericho have been hearing about a lot is from you guys and everywhere is the 13th Warrior. People keep bringing up the 13th Warrior like you wouldn't believe it, man. Eric beat me to it. There you go, man. Let's see here. Inglorious Rex Volume 2, indeed, by Shane Davis and Yanzi. I almost said the other one when I read Shane Davis. You guys are playing at my mind. Back Graveyard Shift, Omega Storm. See, this is what we're here to do, guys. This is what we're here to do. We're here to celebrate creativity in these books. And, of course, Lost Pages 3 sign-up, guys. It is free to sign up. Open another window, and if you've not signed up for the Lost Pages 3, do it now. It is free to sign up. Let's make this shit happen. Because, listen, I don't care how the other person's going to play the game. What matters is how I'm going to play the game. And people always say, oh, that's whatever. I go, I think if you're disciplined and you work hard and you play the game well, it always works out in the long run. And you will see this time and time again. The quality will out, as Walt said. And I really believe that's true. Why can't Henry find any good scripts to be in? I will tell you why. Here's another way I would look at it. I get what you're saying. How is it that Henry is able to succeed in a situation that he is so unfortunate with some of his collaborators? And the answer is simple. Because regardless of everything that's going on around Henry Cavill, including losing the Superman role, essentially. He kept working hard. He never fucking quit, and he has it back. I think that's unheard of in movie history, in franchise history. That an actor would leave Superman, and that by a new regime, he would be brought on because he's the one person who keeps it real, keeps it honest, gets his work done, doesn't talk a ton of shit, but just works his ass off, and people see that, and quality works. And yeah, Henry's also beautiful. Ask Anna. Oh shit, I said that. If we say Henry Cavill way too much, Anna is going to show up in the chat. It happened last time. So look, guys, we gotta be careful. Let's see here. What's up? Hey, says David Brohawk Williams. That's right. Malin was in a reverse shotgun wedding. Yes, he was. Any news on Carrie Lake? She was completely destroyed, I believe. I think that's the way it's going. There is Nosfero the Crypt Walker. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. There you go. Bass Reeves, west of hell. Yeah, I feel like, where am I located? I'm east of everything because I'll fall into the ocean. Yeah, Henry is beautiful. No homo. I think that's important. So here's the thing I want you guys to bear in mind, right? When you're looking at that stuff and you're looking at work and you're looking at what you want to do, look at Henry Cavill. Look at the stuff he does. Look at how disciplined he is. When he got onto The Witcher and when The Witcher started deviating from things and the whole creative team, there was a writer who came out recently and said that The Witcher is a complete departure from, it, and the people who are working on the show actively hate it. Did anybody in that situation say, oh, well, Henry Cavill really dropped the ball? No, because he worked hard, he stood his ground, he stood on principle, and he conducted himself with integrity. And when you do that, people notice. Even in a show that's not going well, they go, well, we know it's not him that's causing the trouble. And thank you for dropping the link to Nosfero, Green Laser. I really do appreciate it. Hail, David Brohawk. Williams says, Geek Hazu. And again, Paulus Arts, and I just want you guys to know, love is love, I think is what that means. So this is the thing I want you guys to be thinking about, man. When you're doing your work and when you're putting this stuff together, follow the lead of people that are inspiring. And I know I've said this before and I've gotten off on this tear before, so forgive me while I do indulge myself. I'm an absolutely massive Kevin Costner fan. Absolutely massive Kevin Costner fan. He's just, I followed his career when he was up, when he was down, when people were shitting all over him. And he is currently on the biggest television show, the biggest TV phenomenon on network history. And I think he also did a great job with Hatfields and McCoys. He did a great job with Open Range. He did a great job with all of that shit. And this is the thing about it. He doesn't quit. He keeps going. And you got to ask yourself that question. It's like when you see people who anybody, any of these people who have shit on the fans or whatever, when you see them long term, people just, it doesn't go anywhere. Like, they don't build anything. You don't see you're not seeing Zack Snyder being brought back, regardless of what you think of him, right? When people are going, people are conducting themselves a certain way, and it's not about the work, but it starts to be about other things. It gets harder and harder for people to get into it. Like, what are your principles? Like, what are you actually about? And Henry Cavill, I think you could safely say, it would not be shocking if Zack Snyder called up Henry Cavill and said, hey, would you like to be in a movie with me again? Because he has a good reaction with him, good relationship with him. And if you look at, what's his name? If you look at Henry Cavill and Zack Snyder called him up, and then Warner Brothers would call him up and say, hey, even though we've had our falling out with DC Comics, we haven't had our falling out with you. And there's absolutely no fucking reason for somebody who is disciplined and knows what they're about and knows what work they're doing to not make it their job to hit their marks. And by the way, Henry Cavill also recently said that he said one of the things that he realized, it was right before he made the announcement about leaving The Witcher. He said, but I see, he goes, I think it's important to do your work and do this and make sure you hit your marks and make sure you get everything done that you're supposed to get done, blah, 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 blah. He goes, however, there comes a time sometimes too when you have to realize that a situation isn't working and you need to move on. And I remember I heard him say that, and everybody knew what the hell he was talking about, right? Everybody knew. But here's the thing I want you guys to remember. They knew, because he's that kind of person, and because we know him as this consistent, amazing actor that he is, when he does do something like that, you go, well, shit, he must mean it, you know? And that's what I love about it, man. I do what I can, Jay, right? There you go. Yeah, Costner. What is it called? What's the word I'm looking for? When Kevin Costner. Yeah, brother. Sorry, it's to a friend of mine. Let's see here. It's to my brother. Let's see here. Yeah, he is perfect for Superman. And let me just say this too. Let me catch up with this. And Antoine, I see you. I can't wait to get to that. Costner was best in Mr. Brooks. Yeah, he was great in that. Great comedy, hilarious. You got me. You wrote me in. Open range had the most realistic gunfight. I agree with that. He might have fanned his gun a little too much, but holy cow, was that something. Holy cow, was that something. I do what I can, Jay Ryan, indeed. Let me see here. James Gunn is teasing Lobo. Cecil and I just spoke about Gunn using Lobo in a Supes movie. He would write a great main man. Yeah, he would. He would write a great main man, Phil. No doubt about it. Cavill is perfect for Superman. They wasted his years. Yeah, but seeing him with the S curl and the John Williams score, that was kind of nice, I got to say. And I'm happy for him. Man, he's happy. And for Antoine Dennison with a $2 super chat, thank you for a super chat. And thank you guys who are becoming members and sending super chats. It does help. It does feed this whole thing we're doing here at Jonathan Jetty Art and what we're doing with Nosfero. So thank you. Cheers, Shant, and hail chat. Stay inspired, guys. Absolutamente. I will absolutely stay inspired because, look, guys, we've got so much stuff to be proud of. And it's one of those things that I never lose sight of. I will always be so thankful. I will thank God for the opportunities I have and for the relationships I have with people like my brother, Gabe El Taib, who's just been amazing for me. Jericho Green, who has just been a new friend that Gabe has introduced me to. And of course, I knew Jericho before then. My brothers in arms, like John Malin, Ethan Van Sciver, Shane Davison, and also my super close brothers, my Comicsgate, like brothers who I talk to all the time, and we shoot texts back and forth. Phil Diaz, Lord Crackhead 33, of course, Michael Bancroft, Rob Arnold, Eric Weathers, Vaughn Klaus, of course, my brother we're going to be doing horror at the Waffle Lodge on Thursday, guys. And if I'm leaving anybody's names out, I'm so sorry. But Antoine Dennison, let me just say this cheerleader and this leg lift, as you know, is It is absolutely great to see you. And of course, as I look at my screen, painting asses is also important. So let's see what we got here. Thank you, Antoine Dennison. Yeah, Gunn is I think I got it. I think I got that. I'm not sure. Terror in the Trenches, yes. Back my brother Vaughn. Let's see, indeed, yes. YLMO3, cool. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Got Blade. Did Cavill bang Gina Carano? If he did, I tip my hat to him. Well done, sir. And well done to her. Send Deathbed Shane the link. No, Shane, I think he said he was resting. I hope he's resting. If he wants the link, he can always let me know. Let's see here. Hello all. Hello Shant. Hello John. It's good to see you, John. Sorry, I just looked up for a second and went, John's here. It's so great. Eric Cuffles, Johnny Phantasm. Yes, indeed. Johnny Phantasm 93. I've got 2 action figures, I think, off that campaign. Jeremy Burtz, John. Let's see here. Let's see who else. If I missed anybody. Mr. Monkey Boy, good vibes. Everybody saying hello. Cavill seems voluntarily celibate. No, he's not. He picks and chooses or just stays low. Yeah, I think that's kind of true, John. But especially John Malin, of course, and Cecil too. We gotta, not leave Cecil off of that list. Timmy Mello, everybody saying hello. What kind of idiot hires a writer and showrunner who hates the source material? Our idiots runneth over. Dying Days of YouTube. I don't know what to tell you. Listen, Dying Days of YouTube. Let me talk to you about something. Okay, let's be real. This is just for Dying Days of YouTube. Okay, I'm looking at you, brother. Nosfero is a new project that I am creating. There are details out there, but there aren't almost 100 years of material, right, on my character. What you created with your Hogan the Bogan video shows more respect to the source material of Nosfero, to the point to where it overwhelms me, and it's one of my happiest Comicsgate memories, period, is seeing that video. What you did in terms of paying attention and bringing out the best in projects in your videos is something that these idiots could only dream of doing. And so I doff my cap to you, my friend. I thank you. Yeah, much respect, dude. You know this shit. You get it done. John is here. Gigavux, it's great to see you, my friend. Yep, hip family, absolutely. She's oh my, yes, too many things. Caroline, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Hail to you. Jericho Green's YouTube channel. That's indeed. Yeah, we got to help Jericho get more YouTube subscribers. He's only at like 300,000, but let's do it either way. Let's block some porn bots. That's what we do here. Bordeaux, absolutely. No, I love the Bam Bam Bordeaux. What are you talking about? Heresy. Let's see here. Hello. Yeah, hello, porn bot, indeed. Hey, Michael Deach, it's good to see you. Am I the only dude who sits in the football stadium with binoculars checking out the cheerleaders between plays? You're not alone. Listen, if there's one thing Confiscate is here to say to you, you are not alone, my friend. Yes, congrats to Stacey Abrams for winning a second term as governor of Georgia. Indeed. Yes, indeed. Oh, my goodness. You guys are killing me. Let's see here. Hey, Jeremy, indeed. Yes. Let me see here. Gosh, my glasses are falling off my nose, which I have no excuse with my nose. And yes, indeed, guys. Back Truth, Justice, American Way. And Gabe, it's great to see you here. Let's see here. Hello. Back in Glorious Rex 2 on BackerKit and Indiegogo. There you have it. Yeah. If they're going to play stupid games, we're going to play. Or they're going to win some stupid fucking prizes. That's what we say. Timmy Mello, indeed. Indiegogo and Glorious Rex. Let's make it happen. Hello, Caroline. Everybody's saying hello. What C or B tier hero could make $1 billion movie? Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I could give you one that definitely could have made $1 billion movie if it was now, and I would say Blade definitely could. There's Gabe L. Type's YouTube channel, guys. Check it out. He's posting comments. He's doing the grind. I see him. He was on the Babylon Bee, I think yesterday, technically, but today possibly on the West Coast. And let me just say, or maybe it was, I think it was today. Let me just say this. You want to talk about hustle, and you want to talk about somebody who's always out there promoting campaigns and promoting work and having people on his channel and building a channel and just moving things. Gabe is that dude. And he has definitely improved me as a person with his work ethic. And we've, like I said, man, good dude. Caroline, hello. Just watched that video again. Which video is that one? Is it the Hogan the Bogan one or the I'm behind on the chat, man. I'm behind on the chat. That's what's happening. Co-showrunner on a Nosfero Netflix adaptation. Let me tell you something. Maybe the sole showrunner. I'm too tired. I got to paint. Dying days, I've got to pass that ball on to you. Antoine Dennison's Red Empires, Frontiers, sign up, and there is the link, guys. Check it out. Hollywood has some good writers. However, they get rotated through the network and are often found working on projects that they've little interest in. It becomes just a paycheck, unfortunately. Yeah, that is true. Thanks. Feel better about it now? Absolutely. Don't worry. You are not alone. Michael Jackson had a song about that. Jack the Ripper, Vampire Hunter issue 2. I have issue 1 right over there, or is it in my short box? I'm not sure where I have it right now. Gabe is a G indeed, undisputed. Hogan the Bogan. That's what you meant. Yeah, Hogan the Bogan is awesome. And Bass Reeves, West of Hell, right there on Indiegogo by actually, let me just talk about this for a second because this is kind of important. All right. I did not know that Kevin was a writer and creator on Underworld. So when I saw that movie, I actually said to my wife, of course, Gabe, what are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? You're the man, man. You're the man. But when I saw that in the theater, I looked over at my wife and I said, well, you know, it didn't. It swallowed her whole. And then it was like going, that sounded terrible. I'm going to have to take a pause on that for a minute. I didn't know that. Oh, yeah, I know, Green Laser. I'm aware. Look, things happen. Yeah, I have to pause for a minute. Yes, indeed. Mayweather, hard work and dedication. Yeah. Oh, let's try to, yes. Yes, indeed. I agreed. Yes. Sorry, folks. I have to recover just a little bit from that. Yes, check out Dying Days of YouTube. All right. So Kevin, our dear Kevin, you guys kill me, man. So Kevin Grievix was, I always pronounce his name wrong. I apologize, Kevin. But he is the werewolf Rays in the first Underworld movie and in Underworld Rise of the Lycans. And let me say this, man. When I saw that movie with my wife, I said, that dude is a way more imposing actor and a way more imposing werewolf. Why isn't he the main werewolf character, like the big, like leader werewolf guy? It seems to me, because he's like the alpha, badass werewolf. And I said, he's got the stature, he's got the screen presence. And then I found out that he was, in addition to doing, I'm not going to try to pronounce that. Why let me kill me? But this is the thing, man. Then I looked at it and I said, he'd be a great actor. And then I found out he was basically the creator of Underworld and I, Frankenstein, all of those movies. And the guy's a genius, man. The guy's a total genius. And it's great that he's doing comic stuff. But here's something interesting. Please make them large and puffy. I'll do what I can. Yeah, Kevin is the guy on the throne. That guy's too small to be Kevin. Kevin is serious, man. But this is the thing. When you look at people like Kevin, and you look at people who are creators and people who are doing great work like him, he said something that was really interesting. I found this obscure interview, and someone was asking him, Kevin, if you could go back and tell your younger self something, what would you tell yourself? And you never know what people are going to say in that. Like, what advice would you give yourself? And you know what he said? It took me back. I was like, holy cow. He said, he goes, I would tell myself to learn how to draw. I was stopped in my tracks. I was like, wait, what? Like, dude, you do so much and you're so successful. Why? And he goes, because as a writer who wants to tell stories in visual media, I have to wait for funding and things to get greenlit. But when you can draw, you can create a story and you can, make something that is so brilliant and is so cool and is so that you own, that you have equity in, then you don't need anybody else to make it. And I started really thinking about that, and I thought, God, what a wise man with an interesting career. And yeah, man, guys, please, like, if you have never seen him talk, he is the shit. Yeah, that's right, man. That's right. That movie was really good. Guys, I have to tell you this. I know people talk about movies as being, guilty pleasures, but as someone who is, actively reviewing on the show I do on Thursdays with Vaughn, Horror at the Waffle Lodge, the Hammer horror movies, I actually think that Pulp and Kitsch are the land of wonder and beauty. will never say the Underworlds movies are a guilty pleasure. They're just a pleasure. I enjoy watching action. I love great special effects. I love fun stories and great creature design. So I always have a good time with those flicks. But I heard this. There's a famous quote from a very interesting artist named Odd Nirdrum. It might not be your cup of tea, but I love his quote. He said, I realized at a certain point in my journey as a creator that I had to make a choice between creating kitsch or creating art. And I decided that I was going to create kitsch. And my thinking was this: art is afraid of kitsch, but kitsch isn't afraid of anything. And I freaking love that quote. Art is afraid of kitsch, but kitsch isn't afraid of anything. And I think if you want to create fearlessly, just like if you want to be passionate about anything or inspired about anything, you cannot be afraid of being embarrassed by it. You cannot be afraid of being embarrassed about the things that you like, or you can't say, I'll like these things as long as the right people like them. Let's face the facts. The reason why we're doing what we're doing is because a lot of people got into this game of comics, storytelling, nerd culture, and fandom because it got popular and the right people liked it. And here's the good news. Integrity is a long game. They'll soon be gone. When it loses its luster, they'll be the ones who bail first because it's not giving them anything. And we got into this, like it never really gave them anything, but it's not giving them something for low investment. Comics, books, fiction, and really deep, compelling lore rewards you for your investment. The crappy political art that people make is all about work that rewards you for not giving a shit. And if you care and if you believe in things, then you're in the right place right now. You're in the right stream. You're in the right crew. Comicsgate and this indie scene we're making is for you. And again, the reason why I'm positive is not because of victory. It's not because of, and it's not not because of stupidity, as far as I can tell. It's because I've been places, I've seen shit, and I choose the light. I choose to move forward, and that is what it's about. I didn't know how to paint with color. I didn't know how to do any of this stuff when I graduated from college, just barely, but I was disciplined and I worked hard and I got better. And that's what I believe all of you guys are doing. And that's why I think we're stronger when we're in here like this. It's like being a good comedian. You ain't kidding, it is. What's up, Forrest? How you doing? Who are we talking about? I don't know. Positive stuff. I don't know. Enthusiasm. What's up, Jay Lee? The movies he did added me when I worked on my version of my werewolves, and it helped quite a lot. Yes. Oh, we were talking about the Underworld movies, Forrest. We were talking about the Underworld movies and Kevin Grievous, I think it is, who, if I'm pronouncing it wrong, I apologize, who both came up with the concept and also played the werewolf character of Raze. He's in the prequel too as well, Rise of the Lycans. The definition of kitsch is a form of art that is inferior, often gaudy imitation of a famous piece of art that is created by popular appeal. An example of kitsch is Mickey Mouse t-shirt. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. And Odd Nerdrum had his own interesting definition of it too as well. I was wrong. Kitsch, loan word from German, a term applied to art and design that is perceived as naive imitation, gratuitous, or banal taste. Well, maybe I fit that. The furry shall inherit the earth. Hey, what's up, Skip Edwards Art? It's great to see you, man. How are you doing? I was checking out some of your streams, man. John, we're doing... okay, thanks. I have a snake tattooed on my calf, and it doesn't look half as good as that on screen. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Hello, Skip Edwards. Yes, Skip Edwards YouTube channel, guys. Check it out. Absolutely. I always liken kitsch to camp. Yeah, camp is what I lean into. I'm not like I like high level lowbrow is one of my things I like for sure. Or pulp. Pulp is my jam. Yeah, pulp is where I live. Sign up for Sleight of Hand by Skip Edwards right there. Look at you guys dropping chats like legend, or dropping links like legends. That was from Google, says Green Laser. There you go. Well, hey, listen, Google is also what I'm coming from in a sense with YouTube. Gratuitous all day. That is how I work, man. I know why I'm here. Come for the cheerleader. Stay for the art. You're absolutely right. And the cheerleader loves you guys, man. When you guys drop super chats, she lifts her leg. That's the way it is. Doing great, Sean. Still waiting for my new cover, though. That's right. That's right. Let's see here. Yeah, you got it. That's a big part of it. I wonder if Comicsgate should be its own crowdfunding clearinghouse. Yeah, it will be. It's going to happen. Sci-fi died when it became embarrassed of camp. Yeah, guys, this is the thing, right? I'll tell you like how you live it, how you get it done. Ethan posted a photo once of him taking Ava trick-or-treating. This was, I guess, a couple of years ago. And he was in head-to-toe Elmo costume, taking her trick-or-treating. When you are passionate about being a dad, when you're passionate about being an artist, and I'm the same way. I painted all these haunted mansion paintings for my kids' elementary school haunted hallway at their school. And when you're a parent, you'll never regret going all in for your kids. When you're a husband, you will never regret totally just like making your wife feel special and great about things. That's like just telling her she's beautiful, telling her she's sexy, making her feel great. And when you're making art for people, when you're talking, you will never regret being positive. I know I told you guys this story, but it's something I thank God for. I really do. And I couldn't be happier that it worked out. But I've done paintings for people to help them during some difficult times. And when I see those people, a woman who I painted her son who was killed in Afghanistan, and this just happened. This is a new part of the story. My wife was walking home because we're both trying to go for walks more and exercise more. And the mother of this soldier saw my wife walking, and she pulled her car over and she's like, "Do you need a lift home somewhere?" And we just thought, isn't this a wonderful world? Like, isn't this a wonderful world of people, good people helping other good people? It's a great place, man. We just keep fighting, man. Shant, as a consolation prize, how about Skip Edwards getting a wrench? Skip Edwards doesn't have a wrench? What? Hold on a second. Are you serious? Let me go. Hold on. I got to go into the thing to find the thing. That's me being articulate right now. That's how I roll. That's my level of being articulate. Hold on a second here. Dang, am I slow? I'm sorry, folks. I move at the speed of stop sometimes here. Hang on a second here. Skip outwards, skip outwards, skip outwards. What the hell? Blasphemy. Blasphemy. I don't even understand how that happened. Skip Edwards, I apologize to you on behalf of the hotel. I've never regretted going all in, and I know that, and you won't, man. You won't. I'll tell you this, guys. I'm not a very extroverted person. In many ways, I am quite different than my brother Gabe. And that was a very funny thing because I contacted him, I sent him a message, and I was like, dude, I'm a huge Van Damme fan. And I was like, and I see you like Van Damme. Cool. And this whole crazy thing we're doing over on Double Impact grew out of those kinds of things where you reach out to people and something amazing happens, man. And you're faced with a thing. He's like, I want to do a show. And the one thing we definitely have in common is we both go all in, man. And my life is richer for it. We're like, let's make this show great. Let's make it great. Good people are still out there. You're damn right they are. And now you're not wrenchless. Let me make sure I say that. Paulus Arts YouTube channel. Oh, man, my wrench is missing too. I don't know, man. I'm nervous about that name. Making me nervous. I got to think about that, man. I got to think about that. Shane doesn't need his timeouts. He needs his timeouts. That's right. There you go. Look at this. Look at all the love. Nor should you, Gabe. Absolutely, man. That's the thing, right? Like, it's crazy. You get to know people over time. And I will say this, like, I've been in certain situations where, and this was another weird sort of thing. I was talking to my wife about this because I said to my wife, I go, do you think, like, sometimes like I'll do something for somebody or I'll try to be positive for somebody. And I've seen more than my share of cynicism. I've seen more of my share of disappointments of, you know, where you can easily go down that road of saying, you see, no good deed goes unpunished. I've indulged in that before, but I refuse to continue to indulge in that. Like when I do that, if I ever find myself saying that, I go, what are you doing, man? You indulging again? And I'll tell you this, man. It's like when I wrote Ethan that letter, and I didn't know I was going to be in college. I was like a college professor. I said to my wife, I go, wouldn't it have been funny if I'd written that letter and Ethan had turned out to be a total psycho racist? He's not. But I was laughing and I go, I mean, I knew him and I knew he wasn't. I said, there's no way. And she was like, there's no way he's not. You know, I said, I know that. But I said, it's really funny. But I wrote him this letter because I saw a really good guy getting kicked while he was down, or getting kicked down and then being kicked while he was down. And it wasn't right. And people were accusing him of being something that I take really seriously, which is they called him a racist. And that's horseshit. Absolute horseshit. And I wrote that letter to him because I was incensed by that. You see something unjust happen to somebody, if it doesn't fucking bother you, right? And I mean, I'm not talking about bother you in a way that makes you angry. It bothers you in a way to where you say to them, hey, man, let me send something positive your way. Let me tell you like what I think. And let me contradict the thing that you think everybody's thinking about you, man. If it doesn't inspire you to do that, man, you've lost your soul. Like, get that shit sorted. But I contacted him and I always like thought to myself, I wrote him that thing. And when I was watching a stream, like I guess about a month ago, maybe, I can't remember anymore. Comicscape days blend together. He mentioned it. And he was so, and I thought, wow, he remembers that. Like that was from a little while back. And you don't know what kind of day people are having sometimes. So why not bring something positive there? And again, it's not that you can't be negative, but I'm never going to be black-pilled, guys. It's just not going to happen. Like, it's just not. I've had every opportunity to do so. I've tried living in those waters, and they just don't work for me, guys. They just don't work. In freaking deed. Yes. I love commercial art. Toulouse-Lautrec's. Oh, my God. Toulouse-Lautrec is the shit. And so Alphonse Mucha is my guy, though. Alphonse Mucha is my boy. I steal from Mucha all the time. Jack the Ripper Vampire Hunter issue 2. Indeed. Yo, John. I watch Space Ice. It's my new favorite channel. What is that, Gabe? Can you tell us more? Why does Mrs. Ingetti not have a YouTube channel? Because she'd overshadow Shaw. You're not kidding, man. I'm going to use her as for my channel. I got to blow my channel up using her, man. Thanks, John. Always surprised and humbled when I'm shouted out on promoted. Hey, guys, look, that's what we do here, right? I'm glad you got sentimental, but it was a sex joke. I'm always going to get that way, man. Yeah, man. You're killing me, man. Gabe, behave. Yeah, I love commercial art. Indeed, hail chat. How about what is that? Hold up. How about pizza? There you go. Indeed, I love pizza. Jonathan's impervious to all black pill poisons. Yeah, it's not. Listen, man, I'm with Razor on this, man. I'm with Razor on this. Like, you gotta, how do I word it? If you can see the bullshit, right? And he said this, and I love this about him. He goes, the purpose of propaganda, right? The purpose of propaganda is not to convince anybody. It's to demoralize your opposition. It's to demoralize a group. And you can't really, when it comes to shit like that, you can't fight fire with fire. You got to win because you're positive, because your ideas are better. And I would have thought it was impossible. And I think we had pretty much written the obit for that, for Henry Cavill to ever play Superman again, right? How many things do we think, oh, it's impossible, that will never work again? Oh, or as Walt Disney said on the video I clipped on this channel on Pop Culture, made a Pop Culture Counterpunch where I just basically have the video as cleaned up as I can, where someone said, and then you created the masterpiece Snow White. And Walt Disney said, yeah, and 2 years later, I was filing for bankruptcy. You know, I was broke. And they said, but you also created Pinocchio. And he said, yep, that did it. People don't think about those kinds of things. They don't think about, I mean, shoot, when I read Walt's biography and I heard the story about how his father took him to the basement and tried to discipline him with a wrench. Yeah. Speaking of wrenches. And his brother Roy said, Walt, don't go down there. And when he went down to the basement, his father pulled the wrench up. Walt was bigger than him, and he stopped him. He grabbed his hand, and his father burst into tears. That's not a man who had a happy childhood. You know, he's not a man who had an easy life. But, man, he brought it. He brought the positivity. You're going to tell me he was positive because he had it easy? No, he was positive because he was better than most. He didn't quit. He didn't use his experiences, and he didn't use his losses as an excuse for giving up and being negative. And that is not something we should ever champion either, because that's horseshit, man. Don't do that. The meaning of racism is altered so many times in my lifetime. It's lost all meaning, and good. Let them take the power away, man. That's what I say, right? Amen. What's up, Sean Vera? Good to see you, my friend. Hello to you. Hello, hello. Hail, hail, hail. Yes, indeed. Space Ice is the dude I sent you and Jericho that did the ridiculous. Oh, the Seagal review. Yes, yes, yes. His Tour W channel is hilarious. Oh, I've got to check that out, dude. That Seagal video was freaking genius. I was unemployed. Now I'm working 12 hours a day. I love it. Hey, congratulations. See, that's what I'm talking about. What's up, Sulcurialt? It's good to see you, my friend. Yeah, yo, Eric Huffles. Yo to you. It's great to see you here, man. Absolutely. Space Ice roasts Seagal all the time. Yeah. I woke up at 5 a.m. to be at Babylon B. I got to go to bed. Absolutely, Gabe. Go to bed. Lots of Isom colors and drawing Truth, Justice, American Way pages tomorrow. All right, man. You crush it. And we got to do a draw stream together sometime. Oh, stick around. That's right. Sean's poor cam can't figure out what to focus on. If you can lock the focus, it might help. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm just moving it too much. Let me put it down for a second while I work. I'm kind of giving it trouble. Absolutely. Later, Gabe. But yeah, man. It is some seriously fun stuff, man. It is some seriously fun stuff doing comics and painting comics with you guys. I was on Ethan's stream earlier, and I was looking around at all of the people just doing our thing, and I thought to myself, how nice is it to be around people who are passionate about this stuff, who want to paint, who want to get things done, who want to draw, who want to improve their craft. I saw Kelsey talking about doing his originals on paper now. And he was talking about how he wants to reconnect with his craft. And so he got this whole stack of Bristol paper. And I thought, that's really cool. Like, I didn't think that was going to happen, man, but it's cool. Yeah. More muscle suits. Indeed. Indeed. Yeah. Have fun, Gabe. Absolutely. Yeah, man. Good night. All that talent on Ethan's stream earlier was amazing. Yeah, you ain't kidding, guys. And just remember, all of these cats, like, I knew I had emailed back and forth and was doing videos for Ethan and everything like that and all that stuff. So I knew of him. But I think almost everybody else there I've met recently. And I wouldn't even call, back when I was doing those videos. I mean, we were just emailing back and forth. I hadn't been on a stream with him. I don't think I had. But we but it's like it's really great to get to meet other artists you can talk about who are very focused and high level creators, guys. I think that's a really important thing to do. And this is the thing, right? We talk about, John talks about grabbing an oar, and we talk about that a lot. But this is the thing, right? It's like when you see, how do I word this? When I see people who are really contribute a lot, work really, really hard, are disciplined and get things done. When I see, them take it on the chin or have a tough time, whether it's Ethan having a tough time or any of those folks when I was first doing this stuff, I'm like, maybe I can create a fun intro video. Maybe I can create this. Maybe I can do something over here. Maybe I can make something that makes everybody laugh, makes everybody have, a good time. And if I can't, I should at least try. Maybe I need to make a beautiful book. And right around the time I was getting ready to do my thing and said, all right, I'm going all in on Comicsgate. I'm getting out of this insanity. Which, by the way, regardless of how anything else around me goes, I made a principled decision to not be a certain way and not be a part of things that I did not believe in. And that will never change. And that's something that no one can take from you, man. But I remember it's Ethan or somebody, maybe it wasn't Ethan. It might've been, I think it was John, maybe, can't remember, who said, we need to be making more books if we want to grow this thing. Get this shit done, or Clown American Ninja. Yeah, absolutely, man. Yes. Good night, all. You guys are amazing. Check out, check us out reviewing Commando tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Check us out reviewing Commando tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Sean Jericho Green and myself on my channel. Yeah, guys, we always have fun. Don't listen to any of that two-war business. It's just silliness. Agreed. Yeah, team one oar. Never grab another man's oar. That's absolutely right, man. Superman is the ultimate role. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no getting around it. Maybe you could give our T-Bear a fish. Yeah, I made sure to give him a fish, man. That's how it had to happen. And I don't think Ethan's ever played it, but I did a version of the video. You can see it on my Comicsgate intro video compilation. I did do a version of it where he has Rambo's bandana on and has a fish in his mouth. So I've done a few versions. I think I did 3 versions of that video, all trying to perfect it, honestly. I think Shane's, just for the way that it just flows and just what it happened, what it became. Shane's is one of my favorites. Aaron Lopresti's is absolutely, that's my masterpiece, man, because trying to come up with something for Aaron was really tricky because I wanted it to be funny, but I didn't want it to be something that Aaron looked at and went, oh God, that kind of thing. And so I gauge these things on the person I'm making the video for's reaction. And when I saw that the chat loved it, that, a lot of the CG, kings liked it, and that Aaron, loved it and all that stuff, and it worked, and you guys loved it. It was like, I was like, fuck, it worked, and I mean, that was a tough solve right there, whereas when I did the funny intro for Anna as, the Simply Irresistible one, it was just making a crack on, playing against expectations. And it was really fun. And I think Anna thought it was funny when she first saw it. But it's just what it is. That's what we do here. We try to bring some beauty and some light into this stuff. That is ultimately all life is about. The other way, that's the darkness. This is the light, man. This is what we do here. Oh, I like Mike Barron's intro. I had so much fun with that from the Burbs. Cause see, Graham Nolan and I think, if I'm not mistaken, both love the Burbs. And I got to tell you, I've said this before, but Punisher issue 17, written by Mike Barron, is one of those Hallmark comics, and I love it. Hey, what's up, Big Boy Robo? Great to see you, my friend. Catch up on some shows. Yeah, man, that's what you got to do. It's great to see you, brother. Let me see if I've missed anybody else, man. I feel like I keep missing people. And 50 people, make sure you like the stream, guys. Make sure you like the stream, and make sure you're subscribed, man. It's very important. And please leave a comment. I'm not even kidding, guys. Leave more comments on streams. I keep forgetting to tell people that. I'm not the best at it. There's Wraith of God Blood Hunters. Check it out. But yeah, Aaron Lopresti has been kind of the person I send messages to on Twitter about Swamp Thing every now and again, because he's kind of like the expert as far as I'm concerned. Stephen Rockwood Drawing. By the way, guys, Stephen Rockwood Drawing is doing some killer stuff on his channel, man. Some killer stuff on his channel. He's the first member of this channel. I thank him for that. Just doing some great stuff, man. Hold on a second. Gotta check something out real quick. Here, hang on. Be patient with me. There we go. Pause. Excellent. And here we go. Let me see here. I'm going to turn this on. One sec, guys. Sorry, I'm moving at the speed of stop. But this is important, man. This is important. Present. Share screen, Chrome tab. There we go. Share. All right, cool. Add to stream. Let me show you guys something cool. By the by, here you go. This is Stephen Rockwood drawing. If you have not seen Stephen Rockwood drawing his time, let's take a look at it. Let's spotlight one of our brothers. That's what we do here. Attaboy, Phil. Attaboy. You're killing it, man. Let's get it. While they sleep, we work, people. Don't kid yourselves. See that, guys? Hard work, dedication, discipline. That's what we do here. You gotta believe in this stuff, man. You gotta bring back Carl Weathers, too. You darn right they have to bring back Carl Weathers. That's any mellow, dude. Hey ladies, let me get you you play a little video by my man Stephen Rockwood. See what this evening takes us. So, guys, lots of great videos on Stephen Rockwood's channel. Sub to it right now if you have not yet. Let's move things here. I'm looking at Stephen Rockwood's channel right now. You guys have seen it. 36 subscribers. We got 40-something people in here. Can we move that? Can we get him to 40 at the very least? Let's get some subs going. Come on, guys. Let's make it happen. Can we move that? Let's move that channel. Come on. Let's get that to 40. We got 43 people in here. There you go. I want to see this stuff move, man. It's the same thing we did. It's like Ladies Made Consumer. Move this stuff. Sub. Boom. There you go. Edward Start. Awesome. Let's see if things start moving right here. You know, I'm there. I'm commenting. What it's about. Beautiful work, dude. Beautiful work. All right. Gotta pause this because I gotta refresh. Sorry. And I want you guys to watch the rest of this. That's how we roll, folks. Hail the chat, man. Hail the chat. Bang. How's that, Stephen Rockwood? We're getting it done. We're getting it done. Boom. Look at all you guys subbed. Bang. Move that needle. Sub-a-lub-a-dub. Boom. Over 40. Look at that. The music with Sean's motivation. Move it, move it. Exactly. It's like a spin class. That's right. I'd probably die in a spin class. Over 40. Pause. You don't want to get struck. That's right. He'll always strike me. There he is. You see what I'm talking about, Stephen Rockwood? That's how we get it done, man. That's how we get it done. I only got back into drawing because of my 6-year-old nephew. I'm going to make him better than me. That's right. Yeah, hey, listen, guys. This is the thing, man. Whether it's playing the violin or learning any new skill or watching movies or getting passionate and reading books you haven't read in a while, getting into fiction, listening to podcasts, the reason why this stuff is so important, yeah, CG Syndicate for the win. You ain't kidding, man. Growing the community is what it's about. You're right, man. Look, guys, it's funny. What is it? Like, there's this quote from Gandhi I always loved, which is, if you're a minority of one, the truth is the truth. And I agree with that. But there's another thing that I think is really important. You got to make sure. Anyone else think that Bancroft only went live because he saw Gabe over here? He's avoiding criticism tonight, isn't he? I don't know what that means. But what are you gonna do? But I finally got that tripod for recording. Yeah, guys, is Bancroft live right now? That's awesome. Hail Michael Bancroft. This is the thing for me, man. When I see the stuff that we're doing, and I see the work that we're doing over here in Comicsgate, I'm so proud of it. And I'm so proud of you laugh out loud, Spite streaming. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. That's something. Cock blocking. What the hell, man? But what do you call it? But this is the thing about it, right? Is it when I'm looking at the work we're doing and I'm looking at like how we produce this stuff and what we make, the goal is really simple. Don't let anybody shake us when we're working. Don't let anybody, make us think, demoralize us and make things not work. I always look to the people like Razor Fist and the people who, talk about the Iron Age of comics and my fellow creators for inspiration. However, whenever there's a situation where I say to myself, and I've said this all my life in various places, and I talk to my wife about this all the time, hey, there doesn't seem to be anybody who's like being really positive or inspirational right now, right? Blah, blah, blah. That's when it's time for all of us to do that stuff. And if you really want to think about it, and I know I say this a lot, but I don't care. The person who got knocked in the dirt the hardest, as far as I'm concerned, career-wise and everything, they tried to take everything from him, was Ethan. And Ethan actually used that time and when he started, doing his Comicsgate books to try to lift other people up and inspire them. And if you can't get excited about inspiring people when you see that kind of shit, then, again, check your body for your soul, man. And make that get fired up, get excited. And that's what you guys do for me when you come and check out these streams and when we get to work. That's ultimately what all of it's about, guys. And so where I want to make sure you guys are at right now is feeling positive, feeling excited about what we're doing. I'm at 2% batter. That's right. Hater stream. Skip over words. Art, has Mel B read your script to him yet? There you go. I don't know, man. What's going on? He's using the Watchmen colors over there for sure. Does that mean I'm confused? You got to tell. Oh, Bancroft was doing something interesting coloring today. Well, he's always doing something interesting coloring. I think he's one of the best colorists I've seen doing his stuff. Stream blocking. I didn't get a notification. Not that means anything on YouTube. Yeah, no, I'm avoiding asking my haters this time. Bancroft is in the middle of a midlife crisis fever dream. I think that's how we all are right now. I have no soul. I just installed a new efficiency toilet with a bidet attachment. I finally know what inner peace is. That's absolutely right, man. Just make sure it doesn't wash an inner peace out of you. Make sure you turn that power down. You don't want to get injured. But what if you don't have a soul? Asking for a friend. Yeah, it's easy. Well, if you don't have a soul, then maybe you're powered by the abyss. Let's see. Shanth, want to do a drawing stream next week? I will certainly be doing one, but let me know, man. Let me know what you're thinking. I may always be game. The only thing that depends is the schedule with the family or other streams. So yeah, let me know. Let me know what you're thinking. Antoine Dennison, did you get one of those Japanese toilets, man? Those are serious. Also, what if you have no friends asking for somebody? Well, if you're here, then you don't ever have that problem. That's the crazy thing about it, isn't it? I mean, for me, I will tell you this, just to take a funny concept seriously just for a second, right? Is that I always say that the thing I was looking for the most that I found here was just people being positive. You know what I'm saying? And I remember one of you guys posted this meme that I love that showed a tombstone, and it says, "It's not about having a certain number of friends. It's about having a number of friends you could be certain of." And I always dig that, man. And so whenever I see us, like, people make that comment and like jokingly or whatever, I always think of that, and it puts a smile on my face, man. Because it's like, you see people, you see people kind of, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. You see people just who like you can talk comics about, and you can talk about Warhammer 40K, and you can talk about The Witcher, and like I love, even though I'm not a giant fan of the George R.R. Martin universe, not for any reason other than I never found it. I've got a lot of other things I'm wildly interested in, like say the Bernie Wrightson Artist Edition, but I get why people like it, and it's cool. Seeing Lord Crackhead 33, being so into that and being in it, whether people were loving it or it was falling apart and it was disastrous, and then seeing House of Dragons come out and seeing his channel blow up and seeing people get into it makes me genuinely happy, man. That's what I love about it, man. Yeah, virtual studio for the win. Yeah, absolutely, man. Yes, let the positivity flow through you. Absolutely right. John, no, visualize a regular toilet with a hose attachment on the side. That's intense. Yeah, CG fan art draw streams could be a good start to this streaming game. Yeah, absolutely, man. I would like to participate in a draw stream. There you have it, guys. Antoine Dennison. Okay, does sound good. You'll beat the next toilet paper buyout craze. Indeed. Yeah, good idea, Timmy Mello. Indeed. Yeah, guys, I actually think that this is the crazy thing, right? If you look at my streams 3 years ago, and Michael and I had a lot of fun on a stream one time doing showing our first streams that we did, which were just brutal as we were trying to figure this stuff out. I think everybody needs to get their ass streaming and doing things. And I remember when 80s Made Consumer, I found his channel and he was reviewing Bancroft's book, but he was talking about all the stuff he's passionate about. I think if a lot of you guys are interested in art and interested in doing CG art, you might be creating the next big thing on a channel. If you start doing that shit, I think there's room for a ton of those. It's about keeping that vibe going and doing things. And you never know what is going to come out of any of this stuff. You just don't know. And every single channel that I've followed, I mean, if you had told me like that Ethan's channel would be about what it is now, I mean, yes, he was talking about comics and brutally honest, critiques and all that other stuff. But, from burning soy pants to cutting up Rose Tico figures and all of the cancellation bullshit to having this, this massive comic book based, crowdfunding based show is incredible to me, man. It's an incredible thing to watch. That's why I would say go back and watch people's older streams and they will really inspire you, man. Now witness the power of this fully armed and operational battle station / positivity station. You're absolutely right. Antoine Dennison, okay, does sound good. You'll beat the next toilet paper buyout. Yes, indeed. Yes, Cerebrum by B Rose, the man from Houston, Black Rose Comics. Check it out, guys, on Indiegogo. I would draw stream, but can't stream. Oh, only have a Galaxy Tab and phone. Yeah. Actually, someone was telling me, I don't know who it was, but someone was telling me about all of these ways you can use a Galaxy phone and an iPad with certain things in order to stream. I'm not positive on that. But it's crazy the things you can do. Let's see here. All AI art is next. Makes it easier for non-artists to do stories. Yes, that's true. Emphasis on based. Indeed, based. Yeah. Paulus Arts, pretty sure you can stream from a phone. Just get one of those phone mount thingies. Yes, indeed. Timid Ethan, the artist, is a great example. Yes, man. Won't replace good artists, though. Yeah, and I think it's a really interesting thing because I guess that's what, clearly G4 was scraping the bottom of the barrel when it came to talent. But I think that's something that people aren't prepared for, which is when you get rid of all of the imperfections of things, quote, I don't mean AI art, I just even mean with people, right? You just don't know what people are going to react to. People really want to feel like they're connected to other human beings. Human beings in that regard are always going to beat out machines because, we have evolved to need other people. Like, I'll give you a really good example, and I hate to compare us in this particular way, but I think it's apt, right? If you have a species of, actually, I think you don't need 1,000 subs to stream anymore, man. I'm pretty sure they got rid of that. But I'm not positive. Shanth, Gabe, and Jericho are we're booyah based. You know it. You're there. You get us. But this is the thing I think about sometimes, right? Is it if somebody has a pet and they lose that pet, like they have a dog that they love that's a golden Labrador or whatever, and they spend like a couple of years with this dog or whatever, and so the dog passes or whatever. You can't just bring them another dog and say, hey, yeah, it's the same dog. It doesn't work that way. And you say to yourself, but these dogs are almost identical to someone who's not a dog lover, but to the person who owns that dog, the person who loves that pet, it exists as this thing, and you're incredulous at the idea of saying, oh, well, this thing is the same thing, right? And that's why you can't really duplicate people and the experience we have with people. Like, you think about, anything that you've ever been interested in, actors. Like, what's the difference between somebody who looks like Henry Cavill and Henry Cavill? Or what's the difference between Skeet Ulrich, no offense, Skeet, and Johnny Depp? They look very similar. People were like, wow, he looks like Johnny Depp. Well, there's a difference. And I think about that sometimes, like when you see actors trying to look like a person, or people trying to create comics that are just almost like another comic. What's the difference? I think the difference is people have this really crazy insight into things that is almost like it's such a tiny fraction between what they connect with and what they don't. And if they don't connect with it, if you try to make it too perfect and you try to create a persona and you're not just there and learning from yourself as a person, it's really hard to succeed at anything. And I don't know how to describe it, but it's kind of a funny thing about people. I had no idea how I don't have no idea why people watch me paint traditionally. I think it's wonderful. Thank you for being here. Make sure you like and subscribe if you have not yet, or if you're catching this later. But this is the other thing about it, right? But then I think, well, I watched Bob Ross, so maybe there's something to that. And then I thought, but think of how many people try to do Bob Ross and they can't. And they're like, I've got oil paints. I can paint a landscape in 30 minutes. It's like, sorry, you're not Bob Ross. And it's a weird thing to think about. And so you don't know, man. You don't know. Like, I've watched so many channels just do incredibly well, not because they were trying to do incredibly well, not because they were trying to make something, to get like a ton of subscribers. It's not like they were working against it, but it's never really perfection. It's never what it is. If you have a tripod, you can stream with your phone. Absolutely. Tablet. I'm not reading that, but it's genius. Lars Ulrich. Yes, indeed. Yes. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. John, me neither. Between your rapid fire energy and Bancroft's slow, low, Eeyore type delivery, I find I can actually listen to you and follow both at once. Dude, I love streaming with Bancroft too. It's even funnier when we're together. Sean, a lot of it is your wisdom in which you impart during your streams. Oh, I appreciate that, man. I'm like I said, I'm lucky to have very fortunate. My wife hates when I use the word luck, but I'm very fortunate to have been exposed to a lot of wisdom and gained a lot of experience through failure, and I've always needed a lot of positivity, to pull me out of times when I was knocked down. And I guess it's sort of like this, when you're in an ocean and you're like, you feel like you just can't keep swimming, you'll grab for the things that will keep you afloat. You're not going to grab for something that's going to make you sink. And those bits of wisdom and that artwork that inspires me have been the stuff I've reached for. Like, I got to tell you guys, I'm a massive Frazetta fan. I'm a massive Muka fan. But and I've always known about and loved Bernie Wrightson's work. But I got to tell you, man, this Bernie Wrightson artist edition I got, and then this new book of his card work that they just did a Kickstarter of, I backed it and I was like, dang, is this good, man? I love this guy, and he's really influencing me right now. Bernie Wrightson is really influencing me. Real always defeats fake. You're absolutely right. AI art is cool, but it's not going to put artists out of work. It just makes the pool bigger. And I will tell you this too, guys. Here's my take on AI. AI is going to improve a lot. I think that AI and what we can do now with machine learning. Let me move this camera a little bit because it was falling off. The clamp was about to fall off the desk. But what we can do with machine learning in our lifetime is probably going to make it possible to restore people's spinal injuries and heal those, eye replacement surgery, all of these things that require this very difficult level of knowledge. Those things are going to change us so much. Hey, what's up, Timothy Fitzgerald? Looks like Deja Thoris. Oh, man, I love Frazetta's Deja Thoris, and I love Deja Thoris in general. Beautiful. That's my stuff. That Frazetta world. And the Flegel gang world, right, is a huge part of it. Like Roy Krenkel and all those guys. They're just amazing. Yeah, just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. You ain't kidding, man. John, it's French, I guess. Bob Ross always says, embrace your happy accidents, for they will help you. Indeed. Yeah. From failure, we learn. From success, not so much. Lewis and Meet the Robinsons. Indeed. These gang streams have opened me up to Stoic wisdom. Yeah, absolutely. And man, those audiobooks have given myself a new perspective on life. They're so great, man. They're so great. John, underrated Disney movie. You're right, man. Eric Huffles, indeed. The mixing effect of AI yield cool rendering techniques can be great learning tool. And let's not forget, man. Let's not forget it's when you're using Photoshop and Clip Studio, AI is involved. So we're always using AI on some level, and it's it's when we're making digital artwork. And I think that I don't fear that at all, because I think that at the end of the day, the thing that makes humans say that's neat versus the thing that makes human beings say that enriches my life is always going to be the trick. And that's something we can't understand. That's something we just can't understand. And I think it's largely because the people who don't fully understand it, which is human beings, are the ones who are trying to create an algorithm for it. And it just doesn't work that way. We're weird that way. Hail Shanth, yeah, I love all my pulps with Frazetta covers. Seriously, I got that book that Aaron recommended that to me. He did an unboxing of it. That's just the Frazetta covers, but with the type on them. Like, it's just, images of the book covers. And man, that has been inspiring. I've had that book open on my desk for a couple days. This is actually one of the first days I just don't have it there, because I just was flipping through it and getting inspired. But Bernie Wrightson, man, is just, he's just blowing my mind right now. So you can see I put these dark values down. Let's see if I can get the color or the camera a little closer so you can see it. I'm going to move this and change the light just a bit. I don't know if I need to move it up or down. But what I'm doing is I'm taking this green paint after I put those values down. It's like it's black and blue underpainting for those shadows. And now I'm just taking some watered down heavy body acrylic and just lightly washing greens over it. And it puts a little bit of green in the shadow. And then it puts some nice, really intense green where the white of the paper is. And it just gives it that really great Hammer horror, crazy green lighting that they would have in all of those scenes as it fades down and it fades out. And as the white is got a little bit more gray over it, it naturally darkens that highlight. And then you get this really kind of intense once it dries. Like right now, you're kind of seeing a glare on it. But it gives you this really nice, intense lighting as you look at the stairs. And it's always tough to get this stuff to, let me just see if I can move this camera and get it to behave a little bit better. But it's always tough to show this stuff as much as I want to, because the color doesn't always pick up. There we go. That's better if I keep it closer. Let's focus. There you go. But you guys can see how there's this almost wispy, crazy color to that area now. And that's the thing that I'm always trying to pull off when we're looking at these characters. Let it focus, boom. And you guys can see it's like what we're really doing is we're building a world on every single page, so that when you've got this book and you're looking at it, you're just feeling this like really intense classical golden age fantasy. And that's the shit I live for, man. That's what I love. Oh yeah, the Icons Rosetta book. I have that one. I have Testament. I have what's the other one? Icons, Testament, and Legacy, and they're all awesome. Those are some of the best ones. Yes, it's a human meatbag area. That's absolutely right. We're the flaw in the matrix. 80s Made Consumers YouTube channel, absolutely. Of course, you would side with AIs. That's just code Robot Drawing Robo. Hail 80s Made. Yeah, I was just talking about you. I was just singing your praises, man. Hail Shanth. Yeah, I love all the Pulse of Rosetta. Let me make sure I catch up. Anyone ever got into painting like this? I was always a pencil guy. I was always a pencil guy, man. I was so freaked out by that stuff, man. I didn't like color. I didn't like painting or crayon. Shanth Narwhal said pitching shorts is hard. I recommend he balls them up at first. What do you think? Yeah. Oh, John, you caught me with that. Oh, shoot. That was good. I liked it. I respect that. Looks 3D. Yes, indeed. Hail Robo. Hail Ming. Narwhal Shorts Compendium. Yes, guys. Check it out. Narwhal is my Nosfero bro. Check it out. Hail Ming. Yeah, Wrightson's Frankenstein plates were arguably his best work, and he only used supplies available at the time the book was written. Gila Patton Nibs, I loved hearing him talk about his nibs. Makes you wonder how valued traditional art will be. Oh, guys, let me tell you this about original artwork, because I was talking with my wife about this. The more digital that exists, and the more people create digital artwork, the more this skill will go away, and the more there will be less of this being made. So if you're looking for something to invest in, that is almost certainly going to go up in value, man. Oh my gosh, of course, dude. Sorry, I didn't even read that. I had it on there. Of course. Look, man, like the world is crazy. It pitches people into each other's lives, and we make positive shit happen. And it's weird, man. I'm glad to have you like talk about movies, and thanks for having me on to talk about King Kong, man. It's a blast. And whenever you send me a link, man, I'm always like, if I can come on, I will, man. Sometimes I see it and I'm like passed out on the sofa, or I'm hanging with my family and I'm like, ah, crap, I want to go in there. But so, yeah, man, I'll always come on whenever I can, dude. You know that, John. Yeah, absolutely. What's up? Hey, what's up, Dean? Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we're just painting like crazy and being positive. Yeah, who doesn't love nibs? I'm not good at them, but man, do I love them. They are so cool to watch people who master them do, man. I love it, man. Love it. Yeah, we're saying hello to Dean. Yeah, skill will be more valuable. You're right, man. Ask somebody who knows how to carve, like do wood carving and shit like that. Those people are sick, man. They're amazing. Yeah, good day, John. Indeed. Yeah, Comics Mate, Embrace 2, sign up, guys. Make it happen. Sign up for Dean's book, guys. And Phil, I forgot to mention this, and Phil's probably asleep now. Make sure you like and subscribe too, guys. Make sure that you've liked this stream and try to comment on old streams if you can. It really does help with the algorithm, and I've been getting throttled lately. But, it is what it is. We shall overcome. We shall persevere. But yeah, man, it's like I always say this, is that congratulations, Phil, for getting over 100 signups on Lost Pages 3. I actually think Phil has created such an amazing world. I did a painting for him recently, as you guys know, The Masquerade. I just got that shipped off to him. And yeah, I had a blast on that. It's great to meet people who really love pulp and love all this stuff. Shit, sorry, the camera was a little off there. Let me get it out to where I'm painting. But yeah, it's good stuff, man. Yeah, hail Phil. There he is. I'm listening. All right, Phil. Very cool, man. Very cool. Yeah, man. I'm proud of you, brother. Congratulations, dude. Congratulations on 100 signups. Yeah, nibs are fun, man. Yeah, big bad Robo, absolutely. A big boy Robo. I'm saying hi to Dean or Phil. Yeah, that's right. Hail Phil. Yeah. Shadow throttling. You ain't kidding. This snake doesn't have enough veins in it. It's because I don't have Malin working on it, man. That's why. Malin would help me. Yeah, let's go, Phil. Indeed. Yes, indeed. Hails Aid Comics. I've mastered the way of the quill. Yeah, hey, seriously, Mighty Geek. It ain't no joke, man. It's crazy. Stephen Rockwood drawing. Is that what she said? Yeah. That's the way we like it, Skip. Yes, indeed. Phil's waiting to tell us about his shower. Well, hey, listen, sometimes you got to do it, right? Sometimes you've got to do it. So this is like where I'll go in, and I've already got it pretty well in there, but I just want to kick it a little bit more of that wild sort of vivid lime green that I use. And I'm going to let it fade into that blue-orange because I don't want – it's not about making the color consistent, because what makes these paintings have any kind of life in them is not by painting the exact color, but by making the color with glazes. And that's a big factor when I'm using heavy body acrylics. And one of the reasons I like using them is because I can be more effective with glazing. But I also really need to move that snake forward just a little bit because it's a framing element. And what you do when you're doing a painting like this value-wise is the first thing you want to make sure you decide. And my mentor, Brian Stelfreeze, taught me this. And, it was great, a bit of advice. Is decide whether you're looking into shadow or looking into light, and compress the values in the area that you're not looking into. So when you're looking into a light area, all of the lights there'll be more light values. So from 0 to value number 6, so 0 being white, and then all the way up to 6 getting darker and darker gray, you're going to have a nice full range in there. And then when you get to the dark areas, you're going to compress those values. So you only get a couple values for that. So you're going to get 1 through 6 for the light areas, and then you're going to get 8, 9, and 10 for the dark areas. And the best bit of advice I ever heard for structuring value was what you do. I said, what do you do with 7? And he goes, you throw it away. That's your firewall. Do not let there be a smooth transition. So keep the value range in the area you're looking into, and always pick, am I looking into light or am I looking into shadow? And so for me, if you look at this at a distance, and I don't know if the camera will ever get the values right on this. It's not, because you're not getting the middles that will reproduce in the book. Let me see if I do a 45, if you can see a little bit better. Yeah, you can see the values a little better when I do that. But do you guys see what I mean? I haven't even glazed the snake back, but you can see how the colors work a little bit better if I tip it in various ways into the light. Let me just see here. Yeah, it's a little better. But you can see how this stuff comes together. There you go. Yeah, so it's fun. Was Stelfreeze the one you unknowingly insulted his work when you first met him? No comment. Sometimes you have to move the snake. It's absolutely right. So that'll move the snake. Stephen Rockwood Drawing's YouTube channel. Let's make it happen. Yeah, painting is absolutely fun. That's the thing. I'm tired of superhero stuff. I'm more into supernatural stuff. Yeah, sword and sorcery is my jam right now. And not the Gay Doctor Strange stuff. Yeah, indeed. Glazed over. Yeah, glaze that. Oh, my God. Guys, descending into madness. The descent into madness is real at 3:10 in the morning. That's how we do it, man. At least on the East Coast. But yeah, I mean, I'm just having so much fun with the shape conventions and things, and I really do hope that I mean this very sincerely. Like I really do hope that the stuff that we're doing here, the stuff that we're making happen here with our work, is going to inspire the next generation to do things. And I mean, because we're doing this stuff on YouTube, you don't even know where people are going to see this. We have an international crowd in CG right now. So I always try to think about it in those terms that, you know, when things backslide, when things aren't that great, and especially when people are like, what's the point, hopeless and giving up, that is actually when it's most important for people to step up and move things. You know, you always see those movies where the enemies are breaking through the gates and the people who have been holding them back are getting taken out and they can't hold on any longer. And then all of a sudden, reinforcements arrive just in the nick of time and they help them brace the doors or brace the walls and make the you know, and save the day and make things happen. Those are the people that you want to be. Don't ever want to be one of those people who's waiting around for somebody to come in and save you. You want to be the person. And I think that one of the things that I love about Comicsgate and makes us different here is the fact that we're not looking for people to come in and save the day. We're not looking like seriously, the death of all of this kind of stuff is people looking like, how can I make my campaign like, or how can Ethan or how can John or how can somebody make my campaign more successful? Because now we're in that psychological dependency that you see happening in the mainstream. How can Marvel or DC or the fans, they're responsible for making my things more successful. You see a lot of people saying, all right, I'm just going to go out there and I'm going to stream. And that jump into that, or I'm just going to make something, or I'm going to read something, or I'm going to back something. Like, where did my love for comics books go? And who took this from me? And instead of saying, well, I'm going to try to change people, get people who don't give a shit about me to care about me again, getting up and coming into this space and realizing, oh, wow, here's creators who actually want to create beauty for me. Guys, listen, the book I'm working on right now, yes, indeed, is right, man. This is the thing. I want to see a comic book that's sword and sorcery with some sexy boobs, ass, swords, darkness, vampires, and Lovecraft. And I want to make that book. I'm not going to wait around. Marvel and DC cannot do this. They're not going to do this. Do you know what I'm saying? It's craziness. Ass mans unite. There, I said it. Ass men unite. Dare I say. Dare I say. But no, man, I want to see this shit happen, man. I want to see, like, and the fact that this book is moving like it is and continues to move, that's what it's about, man. Which is why I'm creating. Damn right, man. Be the dude riding in on the horse, slaughtering people. That's right, man. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, I'm enjoying the martial arts and the supernatural mashup. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, John. I'll probably do a real one this weekend. Yeah. Sword and Sorcery is the best. Yeah, man. I was watching great flick. I was watching it's not like accurate to the books or whatever, but you know, again, I like work to just be its own thing when it, you know, succeed no matter how it can. But Solomon Kane was a great flick, man. I love that. Yeah, Shant showing his supremacy again. I don't need saviors. Yeah. Well, it's like this, guys. Everybody needs help. Everybody needs friends from time to time. And that is from time to time. Like, I think everybody needs good relationships around them, right? But it's like I said to you, 80s Made. I saw you doing great work. I saw you reviewing my brother Michael Bancroft's book. And I said, I like what this guy is saying. And I saw a video you did about streaming and taking it seriously and getting your camera set up and putting some thought into your background. And I said, this is a guy who's talking serious and doing some cool shit. I want to help get some eyes on his stuff, right? But that was not because I knew you. It was just, I saw what I saw and I liked it. And I was like, people, check this out. And you did everything else, man. You did all of that work. And that's the thing about it, man. You got to make it happen. And you did. What is better than a strong man defending a crowd of strong people helping each other? Yeah, absolutely, man. That's what we do. Bobs and please. That's boobs. Yeah, gosh. I'm so glad I'm a bad reader. Ask yourself, what has Dean done for me lately? Dean's done tons for us lately. Timmy Mello, the finer things in visual literature. Amen. Marvel like moves more. You're darn tootin'. Paulus Art, sweet. Unless you have previous experience, just embrace the cringe at first. Yeah. Not a lot, probably. Yeah, that's enough said. Exactly. Hail dying days. Yes, superheroes tend to get rather stale for a while. Yeah, absolutely. Spare the Crypt Walker, guys. Back it early, back it often. The ass has the more substantial meat. My pick. Yeah, absolutely. I saved the last piece of George or Georgina, depending on. Anyone remember Beastmaster? Of course. How could you not, man? That was the shit. Yep, and ferrets too. Laugh out loud. Sign up for the Lucent Pain of Death, of course, by my boy Michael Bancroft, the man. I love that guy, dude. He's the shit. I could talk with that dude for hours until our wives said, all right, guys, wrap it up. We got shit to do. That's basically how it works. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my gosh. Paulus Arts, laugh out loud. I hear you. Marvel has no more. Yeah, it's more like no more. It's weird. And that's the thing, too. Like, the things I like to listen to, I was listening to, oh, gosh, what's his name? Valiant Renegade's channel. And he was, I love to listen to him when he does the earnings calls. I have to tell you guys, when I was on Ethan's stream, Robert was doing some really great analysis and talking about things and breaking things down. And I was thinking, wow, he's really good at just discussing this stuff and breaking it down. And he seems to have a pretty solid, understanding of history and things like that when he was talking about James Madison and he was talking about the way government things were set up. But the real thing that I get into, politics is I'm always been interested in. Not, how do I word this? I don't like politics in the sense of as a subject, but I do find it interesting in a similar way, so I find a lot of things interesting. Not as interesting as I find boxing, but shit, man. Hearing somebody talk about financial breakdowns of entertainment companies and earning calls is my jam. I love that shit, man. And Valiant Renegade really gets that done. Really gets that stuff done well. And I respect the hell out of it, man. He's an amazing dude. MCU died for me with Infinity War. I agree with you. That was how it was. That's how it was. I've never expected anything out of those videos. My wife was sick of listening, so I started YouTube. Hey, listen, that's how most of us get here, man. Beastmaster is great. Yeah, the VHS cover when I was going to the video rental store in Chattanooga, man, that's what pulled me in. The movie I, Frankenstein had an excellent example of historical European martial arts. Yeah, man, I got to tell you, man, Kevin's kicks ass with the stuff he creates. And I'm into it, man. I'm game for I, Frankenstein, man. It's like Underworld is great. I mean, that guy's got a hell of a batting average. But, you can see there if I tip it right and we get a nice 45 on it, you might be able to see it. But there's purple, blue, and green in those shadows. And that's what's going to make it sing when you guys, get the book. It's like you see it and you just go, oh, it's a subtle little thing. But that was the hardest thing for me when I started painting was not to be terrified of color, but to actually just go, just work with it, let it play. Don't try to over control it. I think that's always one of those issues. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing with talking. Like if we all think about how our YouTube channels, like how we sound on YouTube, we'll lose our mind. Yeah. Tank Ferret's YouTube channel. Check it out. Yeah. Yeah. We didn't pay royalties. That's right. Real heyday of sword and sorcery was the mid-80s. Amen. Yeah, movies, that is. Yes, indeed. Also, Jeremy, yes, indeed. Jeremy's Beckoned. Yes, indeed. Beckoned launches on Bancroft this Saturday. Gorgeous high fantasy. I love that book. One of my favorite paintings is for that cover. Yes, and guys, yeah, check out that and get ready. Sign up for it. Beckoned Recourse by Zaid Studios. I just peeked at Bancroft's stream. Why is he doing this? What is he doing? I don't know what he's doing. Sean, if I may recommend a wrench for the dying days of you. Wait, he doesn't have one? Dang, guys. What the hell? I gotta work on myself. Serious? Fuck, man. Sorry, folks. That is some country fried horse shit right there. Done. End of. And thank you for alerting me to this grave injustice as far as I'm concerned. That was some horse shit right there, folks. That's what we call it. Dare I say horse pucky. 80s made. Looking forward to Beckoned. Yeah, you know it, man. I'm looking forward to Beckoned too. That cover, and I'm going to be boxing that up this week to get to Zaid because he bought the original of it too, is one of my favorite things I've done. I love it. No, listen, there's too many warning signs. And the people are suspicious. Plus, I'm getting to the point where we're at almost 100% wrenching. We got to have some, someone who feels left out a little bit, but not really. Always special in our hearts. Work on yourself before you wrench yourself. You guys are killing me, man. You guys are killing me. Holy cow. Still no notifications for Bancroft's Phantom stream. What the hell is that, man? Yeah, there's some hinky shit going on, guys. Dare I say. And I hate to throw around the term hinky. but you know, sometimes you gotta. Sometimes you absolutely gotta. So I'm doing these kind of the way I'm showing this place where the final battle takes place is rather than doing like these establishing shots and all that other stuff, which I'm not against them, but I do sometimes feel like there's the experiences you have when you're walking into a place or you're, you know, going, you know, through a haunted castle in a movie or something like that. That's not about just, you know, perspective and architectural, you know, like an architectural perfectly defined perspective shot, but it's more like the composition and that sense of play. Like when I see Frazetta's stuff, there's things that drift off into the background, even Bernie Wrightson's stuff. And you can really sit down on the backgrounds and make them very real on some panels, but other panels for that, the sort of more mythic aspect of it, you can let them play and have a little bit more fun with it. And so that's really been the thing that I'm trying to make happen in this book, is to just kind of create that atmospheric perspective that makes the sort of the more surreal things in this, you know, book feel like they've got more gravity to them. And that's really what I'm after, guys. I mean, that is the goal. Let me see here. Hold on a second. Oh my gosh, I'm like falling behind again. A wrench for the working man. That's right, indeed, man. A wrench for the working man. John, Zaid Studios, work on yourself, work yourself. That's right. That's right. Timothy Fitzgerald, Dying Days, just making sure I've got everything here. Everything here. Who are we talking to? Me? No, I've never met Frazetta. I wish I had. It would be awesome. So like half of CG is unlisted on Indiegogo by now. Yeah, I mean, more or less, I think. But, you know, again, such strong language, hinky. Yeah, wrenches come and go on my show. That way Mo can rule with an iron wrench. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It is the way that it is the way that it goes, guys. It is the way that it goes, you know. That's the thing. Like I'm actually concerned at this point. I'm actually concerned. I'm like realizing that I think that Shave is gone. Shave has left us. Shave, are you still with us? It's kind of terrifying. Like, I hope you haven't left. I hope you haven't felt totally offended by my behavior here. Yes, Mo is a blessing. Absolutely. Yeah, Frazetta, I've watched so much Frazetta. I wish I could have met him just to say thank you. Shanth is just jealous of, is that true? Shave, you notice anything different right now? I'm just curious when you posted. Oh man. I love the chat, man. I love doing this. I hope it shows, man, because it's real. It is what it is. Let me see here. All right, let me do a wash over this. Just get a little warm, just so it's not totally, you know, there's a little bit more of a smooth transition there. It's not necessary for everything to be just finessed within an inch of its life. You got to let stuff play and let colors. Yeah, see? Gotcha. Let's see here. John, okay. I'll okay it and take Jeremy's wrath, but I don't think he'll mind. There you go. Pops had a stream with Frazetta's granddaughter. Yes, Sarah. She's great. She follows me on Instagram, and she's terrific. Really nice person. But yeah, and she's great. She's so much into his work. Yeah, she is. Hail, Shane. I hope you get better soon. Yes, indeed. I do hope Shane gets better soon. I'll have to work harder to earn my wrench. What the hell are we even talking about? You guys are ridiculous. What the heck is going on in this crazy world? I feel like I don't even know what's happening in my stream anymore, man. I don't even know what happened on my stream. It's really depressing. But yeah, I mean, we just keep doing what we're doing. Yeah, Shane shows up on it. Would be great. Sean, you missed some of Dying Days of YouTube. He sent an exclusive video to Twitter, to me. Is that right? What? Oh, yes. He's sharing it with me, but I don't think I'm supposed to share it here. But yes, I will absolutely check it out. Yeah, Pops had a stream with the Frazetta's granddaughter. Yes, just checking it here. Second test, can I even record my screen as I draw Clip Studio Paint on a stream? Yeah, it's possible. Oh, that's not Shane. I've been fooled. That's all right. Don't worry. We've all been fooled. We've all had our moments. We've all had our moments of fooling and being fooled. So what do you call it? But yeah, man, this is the thing, guys. I have got to wrap up because my hands are getting shaky. The weather's changing up here, and I'm getting some serious arthritis in the bad arm. As you guys know, the bad arm don't play. But I got to tell you this, guys. Oh, he just okayed sharing it here? Whoa, hold on a second here. Take Jeremy's wrath, but gotcha. All right, gotcha. All right, so he okayed it. Let me see. All right, let me see if I can do this. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Oh, gotcha. All right, cool. Hang on. Sorry. Well, I promised him I would promote the shit out of this, so because I'm doing a cover for it. So let me just get this set up just a little bit here. I'm going to do this. Hang about, guys. Let me see if I can get this to work. All right, share or present, share screen, Chrome tab. There you go, guys. This is going to be a premiere of the Beckoned trailer here with the blessing of Dying Days of YouTube, which we thank you for that, man. We thank you. Yeah, I love Dying Days of YouTube. You know that. I appreciate you so much, man. And thank you. You guys are killing me. Sean has to go glaze the snake before bed. God knows. Bless your hands. And that's right. Oh, thank you so much. Much love. No simp. That's right. Yeah, you love Dying Days YouTube. Yeah, make sure you guys. Yeah, absolutely, guys. All right, you guys ready for this? You ready for a video premiere here? Let's add this to the stream. You guys let me know if you guys are ready. Yeah, so just for you ain't kidding. That's the next. Are you guys ready for this? Let me know. I feel like I need that song. Y'all ready for this? Let me make sure audio is on. All right, guys, here you go. How great is that, guys? How freaking great is that? Well done, Dying Days of YouTube. That is freaking beautiful. And I know you guys have seen this before. I am, of course, very excited about this project. This is my painting that is going to be packed up this week, and it's going to be going to the man himself. It's going to be one of the covers for Beckoned. I cannot wait to see this thing in print. But this is probably one of my favorite pieces I've done. I know that it's one of Michael's favorite things I've done, which thank you, Michael Bancroft, for the kind words. But yeah, this is going to be in the home of our man, Jeremy. And I'm looking forward to that project. I cannot tell you how excited I am. Of course, I'm going to have him on this channel at some point, but everybody needs to be over on Michael's channel for the launch of Beckoned. It's going to be great. It's going to be huge. It's going to be a fantastic launch. And he's really built this project up well. And I am very, very excited to be a part of that project. And like I said, it inspired me to do something really special, really great. And Dying Days, unbelievably great work. Super proud of you, man. You're pushing your craft and you're pushing what you do further and further and further every single time, man. You've got it, man. You've absolutely got it. Oh, thank you, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm loving this. That cover is one of my favorites I've done, man. Yeah. Love that painting. You might have all it. Yeah. And in Jetty Original, that's right. It's going to be huge. Yeah, that's absolutely right, guys. All we got to do is keep our chins up, keep working, stay focused, stay on the ball, and realize this, man. There's so many opportunities to bring something positive to the world. And there's so many opportunities to lift people up. That's right, man. Great work, Dying Days of YouTube. And yeah, great work. Absolutely, man. We love that trailer. It's very, very good, man. It's fantastic. And what our job is, which is a very simple job, is to just keep bringing the imagination, right, and the fantasy page after page after page. Make the action happen. Make the drama happen. Make the character moments happen so that people care and get pulled into these stories. If we do that, we're going to succeed. We're going to succeed in ways where our artwork stands the test of time. Yeah, Jeremy is making the rounds, Bancroft, Lord Crackhead, and then the 80s. It's great, man. Super question, do you send all your stuff to them or scan it and digitize it to print? So I scan the stuff in. I send them a high-res TIFF of it, clean it up, the scans, because, you know, you always want to make sure you get like any artifacts that get scanned or whatever. And then if they've bought the original, then I box that up and send that to them too. So I take care of the scanning process, and then I send them the original, because a lot of people want to frame these things and have them in their house. And sometimes people want to buy every sketch I did for it. Like with the Cyberfrog trading card, I sold that gentleman the original artwork, the tracing paper transfer artwork, which was a line pen and ink drawing I did, and the sketch. And so it's all that stuff, man. I was already signed up with a second email to make sure I'm reminded. Absolutely, yes. Let this huge positivity flow through. Yes, guys, let's keep it positive, guys. And I don't mean like, let's not keep it naive. Let's keep it positive. We will win. Hashtag we will win. You know, bring it. We've got to bring it to get it. And that's what we're here to do, guys. All right, folks. I'm going to wrap up. Thank you, new channel member. I'm going to have you in the credits for next stream. I will make sure I take care of that, guys. And I will be playing the credits that have all of my channel members here. Stupid guys, if you don't listen to the answer. Absolutely, John. Well said. But let's keep working, guys. Remember, while they sleep, we work. So thank you guys so much. Everybody have a great night. I hope everybody is feeling enthusiastic and positive and ready to keep working. Because remember, man, it's all about hard work, dedication, and discipline. That is how we win. And yes, indeed, we will win. Don't forget it. We will win. Let's keep going. And thank you guys for being here. I draw a lot of strength and positivity from you. So I hope I'm able to repay it in kind always when I do this stuff, man. Much love, guys. I will see you guys soon. And let's close out with our channel members, our Crypt Walkers. All right, guys. I'll see you soon. Take care. Peace. And as always, stay gold.
Hard work, dedication, hard work, dedication.